Hello, good evening, and welcome. Sorry, I'm a little bit on a high because before we started the game today, we were talking about one of my favourite films of all time. Keep listening to Illuminati on DH9 Radio, and we will repeat our discussion on there at some point. But right now, let's play some Fantasy Age. So, my name's Bryan F. Irving. I'll be your games master for this afternoon. And with me, I have our cast who are going to introduce themselves. We will start with you, Louise.
Hello, I'm Louise. I play Mog.
She does indeed. And Patrick.
Hello, I'm Patrick Heaviside, and I play Gora Clovenhelm, Priest of Palemore.
And Shaun.
Hi, I'm Shaun. I'm playing Callan of Highgates, a knight.
He doesn't sound happy to be here, does he? Okay, well, today we'll be playing Fantasy Age, as I mentioned. Fantasy Age isn't by us, it's by our friends over at Green Ronin Publishing. Do go and check them out. The adventure, The Tower of Saragosa, is written by myself. And many of the maps, I think I'm right in saying all of the maps were created by myself as part of Gethsemane Games. If you check out Bryan F. Irving's Patreon, you'll find that many of these maps are available, along with many, many more to backers. You can be a backer for as little as £3 a month. The music we'll be hearing is by Tabletop Audio and by Incompetech.com. The one you're hearing at the moment is Incompetech.com. You may also hear some music by DH9 Radio's production unit as well. In our story so far, in their search for the history of Saragosa, the party have come to the tower where his descendants still dwell, or descendant still dwells. During the course of their explorations, they discovered a pulsing demonic heart in the basement. One they were warned about by a ghost a ghost claiming to be the spirit of Nabyre, Saragosa's wife. The pulsing demon heart was something that they decided to ignore for a while and wander off and do other things. But now they're on their way back. They're on their way back to deal with it, having almost forgotten it was there at the end of last week's, till, a voice from nowhere reminded them. So we pick up as you mentioned just before we went on play, you'd slightly changed the plan, so you weren't going to head straight down the stairs to go back to the lower basement, were you?
No.
You were going to head instead to a map I hadn't expected you to use, so I pushed way over here out of the way. So I'm just going to go and move us over to... This is the upper floor of the dungeons beneath the towers. And rather than heading directly back to... Oh, you all appear to have appeared in a wall. And would you like to have a wild stab in the dark as to who's joined you? Yes.
There's Baden. I can see him.
All I see is dark and a few little people. Like the background's black and just Kellen is wandering through the void.
Okay, that's...
With Adrienne, that's all I can see.
Okay, that's quite novel. Let me just... I can't actually see you.
I'm here. I can't see me either, but I'm here.
You appear to have appeared somewhere else. Can you ping where you're at?
Oh, hang on. Am I down there?
I tell you what,
I do have some ground now. I'm
yeah.
here. Hold up, found it. I'm over by the lever.
Right, so you are absolutely nowhere near the rest of the party.
I have no idea why.
I have no idea why either. So I'm just going to drop you in with the rest of the party. There we go. I'm just going to make sure that there's no copies of you guys on... there's not. That's fine. Okay. Sorry about that. We're trying a new API that brings the player characters over onto a map when I move the little marker, and it has some quirks. Let's put it that way. Okay, so there you guys all. I'm not quite sure. Did you come down the stair? Oh, yeah, you came through this door again. So I'll just move you slightly so that you're back into. So once again, you return to the forge in the upper levels of the dungeon. The upper level of the dungeon. The forge is still. So the air is still dry. The heat is still pulsing throughout. It's still burning away in the corner, although somehow the forge itself doesn't seem as hot or as bright as it did before you dismissed the fire elemental from it.
Absolutely.
So what would you like to do?
The
'Cause
mages.
you've got me baffled. You were going after the you were going after the heart at the end of last week, and from what I understand,
we
you're
still are.
planning to, but you're doing it from here. So I'm curious.
That's right.
Go ahead.
The mages are going to sit down with the journals
Okay.
and
Sure.
skim through as much information as they possibly can. Ideally, looking for things like evidence, so correlating evidence that who we've been talking to through the Ouija board actually is Nabyre, and anything about Dargath and his heart and the destruction of it. If there's anything written anywhere at all that would tell us that it's actually a good idea. In the meantime, Kellen and Mog are going to tap a hole through the floor into the heart chamber.
Oh, Christ, right, okay.
Very gentle tapping with my axe.
Axe not the best tool for it, perhaps, and gentle's probably not the way to go.
Yeah,
I'm
Ha-
just going to
hammer,
check.
chisel.
Can you see now, Sean?
Yeah, see the map now.
Right, okay, the problem...
It just got a lot brighter for me.
Yeah, that's because I've just lit a torch. Hold on a second, I have a piece of technical equipment over on the other side of the room which is bleeping at me, trying to get my attention. I don't know why, I'm just going to go and investigate.
Right, quick question for
Sorry
party
about that, it
wise.
was my smart meter telling me that I should probably consider topping up some gas, because we're using it. Oh, how dare we? Because it's bloody
Right.
freezing, but never mind.
That
There's
was just
plenty, it just gets a bit jittery if it goes under about 2 days worth. Right, go ahead.
Yeah, we tend to go a bit. You've got less than 2 days to go.
Yeah.
You sure you want to do some gas now? Right. Anyway, how are we doing as far as resources are concerned with the spell economy?
Adrienne is very low. I don't know how much is in the staff that she's carrying. Having looked at her sheet, it says 0 next to it, so I don't know if she's already completely spent that up.
Well, you certainly haven't rested overnight for a while, and you've been
No.
firing off spells left, right, and centre. So I'm
We
going to
have.
hazard a guess that is burned out. Yes.
Right. We've got some mage elixirs
Uh-huh.
that we could use. I'm more inclined to keep those for emergencies, however. Is there any harm in us getting some sleep while you tap a hole in the floor?
I mean, you could give it a try.
How are you going to sleep if we're tapping a hole in the floor?
Yeah.
We just get far enough away.
Yeah, right. Okay.
Well,
You're going
could
to
always-
split the
you
party.
You can
Yeah.
always stuff a corner of the cloak of shadows in your ears.
That you've had up your nose.
Well, I'll wipe it on a wall first.
So it's got mog bogies on it and wall dirt.
Are you saying my nose is unclean?
I'm
I'll
not
have
saying
you know,
I'm not
I
saying it's the
clean my
cleanest place.
Okay.
You'll have
right.
you'll have them while you clean your nose. Go on.
Bloody Ponzi mages.
Mog of the Clean Nose clan.
I mean, it is true. Mog does clean our nose fairly regularly, usually with our fingers, whilst wiping it on, other people's clothing. Okay, so magic-wise, you are very low on magic points. That is absolutely true. Bear in mind, you don't have to get a full night's rest to regenerate some magic points. You can recover 1d6 plus your willpower every hour of rest.
Oh,
It would rest. Does rest include reading a book?
Yes. If you're restfully reading a book, I would allow that. Yes.
Thank you.
Okay.
There you go. Right.
Okay.
So does that also include we would be able to have a breather at this point with regards
Yes.
to healing damage?
Yes, I would allow a breather at this point, so you could all get back 5 plus your level plus your constitution.
So Gora sits down to read Snow White.
Okay, so you said you were going to check the journals for any confirmation that the ghost you've been speaking to is
Yeah.
Nabyre. Yeah. There's nothing in the journals that would confirm or deny it, because there's nothing in the journals she wrote after dying, oddly enough.
She wasn't a ghostwriter.
Yeah,
What I mean
exactly.
is,
Woke
any
up
of the
today,
any of the-
discovered I'm a ghost. Nothing like
Any
that.
of the questions that we have asked her and had answers to, is there anything that doesn't ring true? Anything that is contradicted? Does anything stand out as not being on the up and up?
Give me a research test.
Okay.
I think that's intelligence research.
Yeah. With Gora's assistance.
With Gora's assistance, yeah. Okay. So there is nothing in the journal that strikes you as entirely contradictory, no. There are a few minor details that are a little bit hazy here and there, but that actually, to you, oddly enough, lends it more legitimacy.
Right.
Because if you've ever studied interrogation, you know that if people's stories remain entirely unchanging
It's
over
practiced
a long
and
period,
it's alive.
yes,
Yeah.
that's right. So the minor variances you get in here strike you as more legitimate, if anything.
Honest
Unfortunately,
mistakes.
yes, exactly. Memory changing over time, or just little details that are mentioned in one that were not later mentioned in the actual discussion, or details that are brushed over in the notes that were mentioned in more depth later, that type of thing. It's all the sort of thing that actually makes you think you probably were talking to the same person as the author of these notes. The other thing you notice about the journals is there's not a great deal more to tell beyond the death of Dargath. He was killed in battle with Saragosa. Although there are some hints that actually the battle might have included more than just Dargath and Saragosa. There might have been other mages involved somehow. Just some hints here and there make you think, well, that doesn't sound as if it was the same person at the same time, type of thing. Till it occurs to you that although
The
she's
son.
never outright said so, it looks like both Nabyre and the son were involved in the fight
sense.
as well. And eventually, Dargath, whilst distracted, presumably by the other two mages, had his heart torn out by Saragosa, which wasn't immediately fatal. Which gives you a cause for, like, the fuck, till you realise that Dargath's a demon and their physiology is a bit on the weird side. And he was able to unleash enough damage that it fatally wounded Saragosa as well. What you also learn is all magical attempts to heal him, to keep him alive, were failing. And that he refused certain magical treatments, claiming that sometimes death must just be allowed to take its course. I, of all people...
He'd learned his lesson.
Yes, exactly. I, of all people, should know that when the time comes, one should let it come. So you think he's learned his lesson from years of all the horrible things that he did, all boiled down to not being able to get past the idea of bringing his brother back. One point of interest, though, studying it now, let me just check. You had 2 stunt points, yes. So I'm going to choose for you, if you don't mind, the stunt, and I'm going to say that you learn an extra piece of information.
Okay.
There's a hint in there that finally tells you where Saragosa's missing first spellbook really is.
Ah!
It's built into the plinth that the demon's heart is resting on.
Oh.
Wow.
And it's cursed and it should be destroyed.
Yes, it's cursed and it should be destroyed. The idea of building it into the plinth that the heart was on was twofold. Firstly, the heart would inadvertently damage the book over time.
Yes.
The book would inadvertently damage the heart over time. So their presence, they would be kind of degrading one another.
Yes.
But also, Nabyre liked the notion that the demon who was responsible for all the terrible things in that book would forever wind up being the thing that would stop that book from falling into anyone else's hands, because the only way to get at it would be to destroy the heart, and the heart would naturally defend itself.
Well, we'll send some blast grenades down there as well, destroy the plinth, make sure that the book gets burned by the coals we're sending down.
Wait, is the book cholesterol for demons?
Kind of, yes. Because it's got this kind of corrupting curse on it. The curse is acting as a sort of cancerous thing spreading throughout the heart. So that the heart is now, in theory at least, weaker than it would have been. It does, however, take you several hours to get all this information, because it's not... everything from the battle with Dargath onwards to Saragosa's passing and the devising of his tomb and whatnot, all of that's a little bit less detailed. It's a little bit less... You can see that the spirit's gone out of the author.
Of course, yeah.
There is one other thing you notice, however. At no point in the journal is the death of Saragosa's son mentioned, which suggests to you the author,
He survived them.
believed to be... Yeah, it looks like he lived longer than his parents did. It also looks like it was him and Nabyre that designed, or that finished the design of the tomb. That Saragosa might have actually started the design of the tomb before he died, before the final battle with Dargath. It's as if he was preparing for nobody making the same mistakes with him that he'd made with his brother. That he desperately didn't want anybody else to become what he'd become.
A valuable lesson.
Indeed. So as I mentioned, that'll take you a couple of hours to read.
Yep.
I'm going to say, let me just check these notes. 3. It takes about 3 hours to get all that information because it's scattered about a bit. It takes actually about 2.5, but I'm going to round off for ease. Which means the mages can have 3d6. Well, actually they can have d6 plus their intelligence 3 times.
Is it intelligence or is it willpower?
It's willpower, sorry, yes, willpower. So you can roll your intelligence plus willpower to recover mana points. You can do that 3 times over.
D6 plus willpower, yeah.
Yeah. D6 plus willpower. Sorry, did I say 3d6? In trying to find a way to express this more obviously, I seem to have made a few fumbles. That
So D6 plus willpower.
So every hour you get 1d6 plus willpower.
Right, so I do this twice more.
Yes, that's correct. And you add it all up. Yeah. That would have been the easy way for me to phrase it instead of naffing about like a plank. As I did.
worries.
Meanwhile, those of you who are doing you a dig, what exactly are you using to dig through the floor?
What's available in this room? Is there anything available in this room? Any tools or anything?
There are
Hammers.
blacksmithing tools, so there are hammers. Big,
Chisels.
heavy hammers.
I brought
Chisels,
3
yes.
different kinds of hammers with me.
That's true, you did.
Well, let's give it a hammer.
So you hammered up the fuck. But you don't have anything like picks or shovels. That you've not.
No, I've
Wait,
never
do
bought a
we,
pick.
there are no chisels or anything,
Just
or
chisels,
any
yeah.
sort,
Have a
or any sort
chisel.
of spikes or anything
Yeah,
like
you've
that
got-
we can pick at the
Yes, you've
stonework
got
with.
chisels and spikes you can find. Yes.
I've still got 3 wooden stakes, actually.
Okay. Okay, I think that was a panic buy after the rumours about the vampires, wasn't it?
It was, yeah. That's also why I've got so
Right.
much garlic
Are
still.
you rolling for Adrienne there, Patrick?
Yes.
Yeah.
And what's particularly amusing about that was it was your other party that actually encountered the
Yep.
vampires.
I don't know, Mog was there. Mog
We were
was
prepping for
Oh, yeah,
vampires
so
from
she was.
session 1.
yeah.
Mark was there in that
I
one.
still carry a mirror.
Well, I tell you what. Since you're so keen on the idea, when we come to do campaign 2, I'll make sure there's at least one vampire-related adventure in that as well. Since ghouls have been a recurring theme in this one.
The Groovy Ghoulies.
Yeah.
Yes. Love that series.
Okay, so those of you who are digging, let me just see. I'm sure there is a skill for this. I think there's a focus for that.
not for that.
There's an app for that. And we've just discovered that DH9 Radio's Apple app is no longer on the Apple Store, and we've got no idea why. We had nothing to do with it coming
And
off.
you probably decided you were too adult.
Clearly haven't listened to my show then. Yeah. Well, our Android app is still available, free and extremely popular. It seems. We now have more people listen to us via that than we do on the website, which is fine. Let me just see. Strength doesn't have it. Yes, it gives us a strength might test. It's
Can I
going,
intimidate
Can
it?
you intimidate it?
I'm afraid you can't intimidate it, no. So I'm going to call this an advanced test. Oh, Jesus. Right, okay. I'm going to call this an advanced test because mining through the ground doesn't seem like something that's either done or not done. It seems like something that might be done successfully over time.
Kellen, you do have those potions of strength.
Doing them heckin'
Yeah.
dig. Right, okay.
Not wasting them on digging a hole.
Fair enough.
So that's 2
See, if only
passes,
we-
and it goes 4 and 2. So that's 6 points. So this is in the first hour. After an hour, you've managed to break up all the flagstones and remove enough area of flagstones that a humanoid could pass, because I've just realised there's only 2 humans out of the 4 of you, could pass through the area, if not for the fact there's ground underneath. So you've broken up the flagstones, you've moved them out the way, you're starting to create a spoil pile. You're getting a little bit tired because having done some digging recently, I'm aware it's much more exhausting than you think. So yeah, that's you're down at the actual compacted ground now. So give me a second set of rolls.
Oof.
That's 13. There's another pass. That's another pass, and you've now added 10 to your. Okay, so in 2 hours, you've dug down. You reckon about a meter. So it's quite hard packed ground, but it's starting to get a little bit softer as you get further down.
Where's a ghoul when you need one?
Indeed, so yeah.
Right.
So yeah, 'cause you also don't have the ideal tools for what you're doing, so it's taken you a long time to do this. So you're only down a meter after 2 hours worth of work. Give me a Constitution stamina test, everybody, as well. Well, just the diggers, please.
Can I shoot the floor?
Can you shoot the floor?
What the hell?
I mean,
Shoot the floor with a
possibly.
pistol.
Hang
Okay.
about. I'll tell you what there might be somewhere in the house. Another one of those tunnel scrolls.
I swear, right, if we get through this and find in the room underneath us a tunnel scroll.
Yeah, but the thing about a tunnel scroll is you can't see through it.
That's right.
Right.
Yeah. You if you're the caster or you know that it's there, you can walk through it and you'll pop out the other side. Whereas you wouldn't be able to see through it, so you wouldn't
right,
know
okay.
what was under you.
Carry on
From the
digging then.
description that we had.
Yes, that's pretty much exactly right. Yes. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to place a hole here, give you guys control of it, so that you can place it where you are actually digging, because that might become important.
Well, this is the thing for our best estimates as to where we are over and above whichever room it is below.
Mhm.
Where would we have been digging the hole?
Well, as a dwarf, I've been repeatedly asking, "What are we above now? Where does this correlate to this?" And I correctly worked out, just as a player, that cell is directly below the trapdoor.
The
Bel-
Up
Trapdoor?
above. The trapdoor up above in the barn.
Oh, sorry. Yes, I see what you mean. Yeah.
So I've been sort of doing the topography the whole time, and I'm a dwarf, and this is like very similar to where I come from, being a Clovenhelm holdfast originally. So I would think I have a better than average chance of getting it right.
Yes, I would say that's probably the case.
So where do you want the hole to be dug?
Hole.
Yes, so you can move the hole to where you want it. I'll just get Gora to give me a test for that. I'm going to make it an easy
Sure.
test, so you only need to beat a 7. So that is going to be... that would be... It's not going to be
Is it
Constitution,
intelligence?
It's liable to be one of the intelligence skills. Cartography, there it is. Intelligence cartography test. Okay, so if you want to come out... this is an interesting question, because whereabouts are you hoping to come out?
Directly over the heart,
Directly over the heart.
ideally.
Okay, just give me a second to try and calculate that exact position then. You were close enough that you'll definitely get within the right chamber. I wouldn't guarantee that it'll be like
Right.
the absolute spot on same
As
meter
long-
square.
As long as we can throw, as long as we can throw nasty things down there and have an effect on it, it should be close enough.
Yeah, there's 1, 2, 3, and then half over. Okay, so that would be. Just changing back to the right map. It's taking a while. Oh shit! I've just managed to change back to the same map I was trying to come off. Critically hitting, it says here.
I hate it when that happens in a game where there's a door in front of you.
Yeah.
And you click the door to go through it, but then you end up facing it on the other side and you've already clicked and you're like,
Yeah.
When you were trying to get to the NPC that was stood beside it.
Yes.
Just like...
So that's 1, 2, 3. So I'm on the right line. So it would be about
Controls that are relative to your point of view rather than absolute.
yes.
Yeah.
There you go. That's where the hole's going to need to be to come out roughly smack above the heart.
Okay.
Okay, so if you guys could give me another roll. I know at this point you might be asking, why am I rolling when we will definitely dig through it eventually? But the longer it takes you, the more risk there is of certain things occurring. So I just want to see. Also, if anybody really screws this up, so Mog's failed to do anything useful. So as you're trying to dig with what are essentially the wrong tools, it's becoming very difficult as you're getting big chunks of stone in amongst the soil. You dig down a bit further, it's starting to harden up again. You're starting to get to a lot of clay. The sides of the hole start caving in a little bit. So, Mark, virtually everything you've dug out has managed to fall back in one way or another. The sides have collapsed inwards. Kellen's had a little bit more success, so you are now 3 hours into the dig. And you are still not through yet, but you've got to be close now, surely, you think to yourselves.
Better get arms of steel off this.
Possible, yeah.
Right, so what we need is somebody hefty to jump up and down in the hole.
Can we blast through it?
I mean, you could try.
So what you're going to say? What you're going to say is we'll all hide behind that stone altar thing and roll a grenade into the hole.
Well, that or an arcane blast or some fire or something or other.
You've got black powder.
Got loads of black powder. It'll be dry by now as well.
Yes, it'll be dry by now. Also, why does a scene from the Italian Job spring to mind at this point? You're only supposed to blow the bloody doors off.
Right. I want to double check that I've got my positioning correct.
Okay, yes.
And that we're not digging down into the middle of a wall or something.
Okay, go ahead and roll. I mean, you're not quite 2 meters down yet, and from your descent down the stairs, you realise that you would have descended more than 2 meters to the next level down.
Right, okay.
You're pretty sure you're on target. You're also pretty sure that you are currently just over 2 meters of what you think should be a 3 meter deep hole to get you through.
Right, okay. Do we just keep digging, or do we want to do something a bit more drastic?
I think we need to, at this point, for the people in the hole digging, because if it's 2 meters deep, you need some way to get back out of the hole without falling through.
You do.
So, Bob
also,
would be okay.
Could I have another Constitution stamina test from the diggers, please?
Constitution stamina.
Sorry to interrupt your train of thought there, but I'd have lost mine if I didn't mention it straight away. Okay, you're both okay, so you're still not suffering any fatigue points. So sorry, Shaun, go ahead.
Right, so we need to make sure that don't fall through the ceiling.
Yes.
There's a scene in what's it, Elder Scrolls Online, where the evil woman's fiddling with the thing, and then the thief falls through the ceiling, and it's like splat. Just at the point where you actually stab the woman to death, but you know, falls through the ceiling, lands on the whole altar, and interrupts the ritual at that point.
Or that scene from Brazil. Cutting a circular hole through the whole thing.
The funny thing is, when you've said about, like, we need to make sure we don't fall through, you remember I said the longer this takes, the more there is a chance of something happening. Falling through the hole was one of the possibilities. Yes. So anyway, what's the method you're going to use to make sure everybody can get back out of this hole?
Well,
tie a length of rope around both of them and lash it to the altar.
That stone plinth
This is
thing.
where we fall through, drag the altar with us, and we're like dangling from the ceiling, stuck because the altar's holding it.
If the pair of you are the weight of that altar, then just cut the ropes and land on the heart.
Yeah.
Flatten it dead.
If the pair
Push
of
the
you
thing in on top of it.
If the pair of you are the weight of that altar, then a gym subscription might be a good idea.
Like, it's all muscle.
Fair enough. Okay.
Relax muscle.
Some of it's relaxed.
So you lash the diggers together. Unfortunately, now you've got what's essentially a 1 meter wide hole, and it's 2 meters deep. It's getting very crowded in here. 2 people trying to dig.
Take turns.
Take turns. Right, you are. Go ahead. Who wants to take the first turn?
Well, should we go for who got the better of the last 2 rolls? Because I would take the better roll as the least tired person. And then we can just work it out from there.
Okay, go ahead. Give me another strength might test for Kellen, please.
Hey, strength might test. Strength might test.
Okay.
Not good this time.
So that's another hour that's gone by, and again you're having the problem that every time you try and dig anything out, there's more material just sliding in from the side of the walls. Yeah. So you're not actually getting any further. Give me a Constitution stamina test, see if you've managed to tire yourself out. Also, those mages, there's another hour's just passed, so you can regenerate another hour's worth of stamina. Mana.
Are we continuing to research?
You can continue to research, yeah. There's not a great deal left to find.
We're not just going to sit and twiddle our thumbs and cheerlead.
You can have a bit of a nap if you want it. There's not a great deal more to find, to be honest,
Right.
research-wise. So, okay, so it would be Mog's turn to dig. So if Mog wants to get in the hole,
Okie dokie.
you help Kellen clamber out. Part of
Oh,
what?
come on.
Yeah, you've hit a fairly solid piece of large stone. That's just you're not getting any further, really. It's taking
Right.
you.
Do we want some hands of fate to help us along at this point? A bit of seer, perhaps.
If you've got the magic to spare, it would make sense.
Mm-hmm.
Rather than just, sitting around doing nothing.
We're not doing nothing. We're researching. Thank you very much. We've got
What?
these books and we're colouring in.
We're not doing nothing. We're reading. Tusk
Reading
Love.
is a thing.
We're reading Tusk Love, which is odd because that's a book from an entirely different universe. But
Oh, Oscar.
okay, so you have. I've just realised that Patrick didn't get that joke because it didn't become a critical season 3. Tusk Love is a porn book that the party
right.
become obsessed with in season 2, I think.
Got
Yep.
you.
All right. When they insist on keep going to bookshops for Caleb to buy magical books, and when they're there, Jester keeps looking for like naughty books instead, and they forced Matt to come up with names for dirty books. So that was the one he came up with, Tusk Love, and then it became hugely. They brought it up like every session for 10 sessions. Okay, so
What we'll do is we'll have Seer cast on both of the diggers
right. Okay.
for strength might.
Right.
I think it's just. I think you just choose like the basic trait and then like any. Or do you choose the focus as well?
I think you choose the focus as well, but I mean it doesn't really matter. We know what focus you're going to choose.
That was it, because if you choose the focus of Fate Arcana, then it does for all the spells.
That's
But
right.
yeah, okay.
That's right.
I knew there was some way that it kind of branched out.
Yeah.
So that's 5 magic points apiece,
Okay.
and they now each get a reroll.
Okay.
Hey.
So who's going to take the first? You take a bit of a breather. You get some breath back. You have a bite to eat because this is tiring work, and then you get back in the hole. Who would like to get in first?
Do I need to do a constitution roll from before?
Sorry, yes you do. Constitution, stamina.
Oh, that's okay.
Right, okay. Mog's not only found her second wind, but her third and fourth wind is queuing up waiting to arrive as well. So because of the
John
5
Beans.
stunt points, I'm going to say that'll be 5 more attempts at digging that you will not need to make a constitution test for.
Hey.
If you're still digging in 6 rolls, then you can start making them again.
Okay.
Very much doubt you'll be still digging in 6 rolls. So since Mog's feeling so euphoric, I assume Mog is going to be the one to get back in the hole.
All right. Then.
Make a roll. Okay, that despite the fact that you are not tyrant, Mog is just like flinging earth around, but she's struggling to get it up 2 and a bit meters. So it's like she digs a bit out, flings it up, and it just falls back in because she's not managing to land it on the ground.
Is that a fail, effectively?
Yes, you need 13 or better.
Okay, in which case, take a reroll, and Adrienne spends another 2 magic.
Okie dokie.
Even with Adrian's insight as seer saying, well, if you do it this way, then it's all going to fall back in.
Yeah.
Mog's kind of going, so more like this. No, it's exactly the same.
Yes, all you've done
If
there.
you're not the one digging, don't give me advice.
All you've done there is changed from flinging it not hard enough with your left hand to flinging it not hard enough with your right hand. Okay, so after about an hour's digging, Mog gets pulled out of the hole, covered in most of the earth she's dug out.
Look,
So there's like
just
there's
wearing it doesn't mean I didn't get it out of the hole. Valid
yeah,
strategy.
Okay, a valid strategy. I'll give you that. Yeah. So what? Oh yes, it'll be Kellen to get in there next. See if you can get through it. You're nearly there.
Bear with me.
Yeah, no problem.
Just a family thing going on.
Okay, no problem.
Oh,
I've just had a Microsoft alert me that my eldest daughter is attempting to access a particular website, which technically was restricted due to an age restriction. But seeing as she's of majority, it doesn't really apply anymore.
Right. Yes.
I don't even remember setting up any sort of family protection thing.
Yeah.
It must be from well over a decade ago,
oh
and it's the
no.
first. And it's the first time it's ever. No, it's just a thing
Yeah.
which has stock photos on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not anything dodgy. It's just that it's content that children can't access directly, right? But she was turned 21 this year, so it doesn't need parental controls on anything. Anyway, it's her life, what she does with it. But the thing is, it popped up, and I'm like, "What the f is that? Is somebody hacking something somewhere under her name?" But it wasn't. No, it was her. And it's a thing called it's probably free advertising, unsplash.com, and it just has stock
Unsplash.
photos.
Yeah.
But you can't access it unless your parents allow you to do so. It's restricted.
That's right.
Yeah,
that's right.
So,
yes, I know Unsplash. I've used that for illustrating some of my short stories published on. I can't remember what they've changed the name to. They've changed it twice since I started, and I can't remember what they've changed it. But Unsplash is one of the ones they recommend for using, because you have to use you have to use at least one illustration in your story on media.com. And they give you links to various places like Unsplash as an option.
Because she does write fiction, so that's probably what's going on.
That'll be exactly what it is. I would not be surprised if she's writing for the same online magazine as I am. Okay, so
what do I need? What is it?
13 or better is your target number to finally get through this hole. Well, if you get enough stunt points, you'll finally get through this hole.
Hey!
Right. Kellen jumps in the hole and starts digging furiously. And this time you've realised that since there's a perfectly good bucket over here by the stairs...
What?
It was there all along. You asked me what it was 4 times last week.
Right, yes. What to fill the bucket and take the earth out, you mean?
Yeah, because for so far down you were just digging and you were able to throw it out. It was Mog's failure last time that made me think, well, maybe she's not using a bucket, maybe she's just trying to hurl it over the thing.
To be fair, the mages have their noses buried in books. I wouldn't have noticed.
Yes. So Kellen jumps down with the bucket, starts loading the thing onto that. Kellen, give me a perception feeling test, please.
Perception feeling test?
I think it's called touch, actually. Perception touch.
All right. Through these gloves?
It's more through the boots you need to wear, right? So you're digging and you get... go on.
Yeah.
No, you don't get to reroll the perception. It's only to strength, mind.
Yeah. So you tug the rope to say, like, haul up the next load of earth. And as Mog's head appears over the side and goes, "Much more to do you think, Kellen?" Kellen goes, "No, I think we're almost," and the bottom falls out of the hole.
He is tied to the altar.
He is, yes. So I'm going to say that's a surprise round against the Heart. Having said that, it's probably heard you digging for the last couple of hours, so it's probably had... Actually, it can't hear, so no, it hasn't. It probably felt it, yes.
Hang on a second. We said a series of different names to it, and its heart rate changed.
Okay, yes, it can hear, obviously.
It can hear, yeah.
Okay, so yeah, yeah, it's not gonna be a surprise. There's no way of getting around the fact that I can't have surprised it because it must have known. You've spent 3.5 hours digging. It must have known you were coming.
Well, hang on. This is a smithy up above it.
That hasn't been used for over 200 years. Yes.
There's a lot of banging going on in a smithy. Would it work out that it was somebody digging a hole directly above it?
Let's give it an intelligence roll to find out, and it's probably the best bet. I don't feel this is going to go well for it because it doesn't have a brain.
It
But I mean,
has a brain.
it works for our prime minister apparently, so I don't see why.
Ah, Tory heart. Well,
Well, I did say
that
demons,
explains
so
everything.
That sounds like a name for a character.
Tory
I am
heart.
Tory Hearts.
I'm just looking for the demonic heart in my massive long list of NPCs and monsters, and don't tell me I haven't saved it. I swear to God. That was about 2 hours designing this fucking thing.
And then you turn
Ah,
out
there
to
it
be
is.
heartless.
Just going to pop that out so that the people at home can't see the stats and go, oh dear. Intelligence
Well, that sounds
test.
promising.
Oh, it's actually much smarter than you'd think for a heart with no brain. Yep, it's definitely worked out what's about to go on. So it is going to attempt a. Ooh, that's an interesting thing. Is it going to blast you with something, or is it going to attempt a spell or a Venus grapple? I think it's going to open negotiations with a. Oh, that's quite costly. Let me just. Oh shit. Yeah, I think it can cope. So Mog, you're probably going to get hit by this as well because you were kind of peering over the side. So you will
Look,
definitely
it
be
doesn't have
in
a
the.
mouth. It can't eat me.
It can't eat you, no. So what happens instead is both of you start to feel worryingly warm. It's a sensation that you've started to get used to around here because it has happened before during battles with certain mages. Could you both give me a willpower self-discipline test, please?
Oh, it's the burning blood thing that the master did.
It is, yeah. Blood's, yeah. Actually, I think I've just... No, that's Blood Slave. I've just spent the points for... Oh, Christ, no, this is a much better one. Mog, don't worry about it.
Okay.
So we'll just go with Kellen's saving throw for this. Shit, I think it's passed.
I'm not sure I trust your definition of better here.
Better for him or better for us?
Oh, much better for the heart, because if it had managed to successfully cast this spell on Kellen, it would have seized control of Kellen's actions for the next
fucking
multiple
hell.
number of rounds. And have a guess what those actions would have been.
Yikes!
However, its
Murder.
spell power is 17 and Kellen's save was 18. So it's just expended 20 magic points and you've just shrugged it off. So you don't feel the warmth building up. What you feel is this building rage and this overwhelming urge as you see Mog's head appearing over the side to see if you're alright. Yeah, this overwhelming urge to just stab her in the face, but you manage to fight it off, realising that it is not coming from you. I'm just going to check if there's any side effects on a past save. Shit, no, there's not. No, so that's it. The heart has essentially wasted its first action. So what would everybody like to do?
Question.
Yes.
Now you've given us a lot of out of character information there.
Okay. Go ahead.
It would be advantageous to have Sia now cast for Kellen on willpower self-discipline.
Yes.
How much are our characters aware of what's just gone on?
Kellen is aware he has been the target of some kind of mind-influencing spell that he easily shrugged off.
Right.
The rest of you are not aware of this yet. I'm just going to move Kellen over to the hole, actually.
Kellen, would you relay that to the rest of us or not?
So, as I'm struggling to get out of the hole, climb the rope or whatever to get out of the danger there, I'll be. I would presume I'd be saying something like, "Get out of my mind. Get out of my head."
Yes.
Okay, so, yeah, you overhear him say something along the lines of, "Get out of my head."
Mm-hmm.
He does an Alligator of the knife for a moment. Actually, it's not Alligator, is it? It's
Is it no? Well, it was Gaius Helen Mahian
Gaius Helen Mahian, yeah.
referring to Alia. Yes.
Referring to Alia's.
Do I need to make a climb roll to get out of the hole?
Yeah, go ahead and give us a climb roll, but get +2. Actually, no, get assisted by Mog, who can pull you up on the rope. Yeah,
Right,
you're not going to need the assistance. So,
question: What school? What arcana is that spell from? Would Goran know?
none you've ever heard of.
Right. Okay.
Actually, you have been studying these books for a while.
Mm-hmm.
There are reference to magical effects in those books that belong
Yes.
to no arcana you've ever heard of.
Ooh.
Enchantment.
Enchantment. Oddly
No.
enough, you're a lot closer there than you might think, because that quote comes from
Dragon Age.
Dragon Age, and the Dragon Age RPG uses which rule system?
Blue
Age.
Rose.
Yeah.
No, it doesn't use blue rose.
Blue Rose uses
All
fantasy uses Fantasy Age, as does Dragon Age.
From all the things that we've ever said, that's the thing that gets Sean to snap.
Yeah, it was a bit odd. It does use the age system, so the spells in
Uses
it
age.
are compatible, but they're different spells and they're not designed around the arcanums. So, yeah.
Hang on, did that demon actually take control of the player?
It did, aye. See how powerful I've made it.
Yeah.
There you go.
Right. Okay, so what I would like to do is to spell ward him,
Go for it.
but I need to know the chosen arcana. Well, hang on. Your power protects another from magical effects of a certain arcana. Touch a subject and choose an arcana. If I don't know what it is, I can't choose it, can I?
You can't, but from the description he gave you, get out of my mind.
Yes. Psychic.
You're going to assume it's a psychic arcana, yes.
Hmm. Okay.
So go ahead and
Well,
make the cast roll for us.
It's only 3 magic points, so I'm going to try to spell ward him against psychic attacks.
Okie dokie. So that would seem to be the most likely one if he's complaining about things getting into his mind.
Mm.
Okay, so you also have 3 stunt points. So decide what
Yes,
you're going to
indeed.
use the stunt points for.
Lasting. How long does this last? Last for the rest of the encounter.
Mm-hmm.
If it right, is it versus? It's versus spell power.
Oh dear
Right.
God, look at that.
Hang on.
Sorry, if I just rolled that as Kellen by mistake. Let me just blank that off. And I'll put this in.
If the subject is targeted by a hostile spell from that arcana, the spellcaster must win a spellcasting ability versus your spell. Right, I'm going to up my spell power by 3 then.
Okay, go for it. So you unleash a spell ward at Kellen to protect him from psychic attacks. So Kellen, I'm going to put a little sign on you in a moment to say that you are protected from psychic attacks. This is not going to help against the thing that was just cast at you. Oh, you already have, right? You are. It's not going to help against the thing that was just cast at you, which isn't one. But
No.
but you guys would not have known that, because what was cast at you was a spell that doesn't belong in this world at all. However, you might say that it was plucked from the depths of hell.
I don't know. The Dragon Age world isn't that bad.
No, but in this instance, it's got that magic because it's a demon that brought it here from. Okay, so go ahead and give me initiative rolls, everybody, please.
So,
Now, here's an odd one, because you're attacking it from upstairs, essentially, having mined
Yep.
your way through. Which map would you prefer to be on? The one that depicts the pumping heart, or the one that depicts where you guys are actually standing?
Well, yeah. If I dare ask for such a thing, could you put the graphic for the heart in the position where it is, but like at like 50% opacity?
I don't know
So
if I
that
can do the opacity thing, but just give me a second to move the heart up and we'll have a look. It might be possible, it might not. Okay. Of course, this does have the advantage. You know that this is a bit metagamey for you, but I've got to tell you this. You know the missing demon you were looking for?
Yes.
Well, it was heading for the heart room as well, but you left the magical barrier down so it can't get in. So it was actually waiting to ambush you in the next chamber. And now you've just dug through the floor and had to go, fuck, shit, right. Where am I going to go?
It couldn't work out a lever.
It didn't occur to it that the lever right down there had anything to do with this magical barrier up here. I suppose I could give it an intelligence test, but it's walked past so many levers that just operate water. Don't think
Yeah,
it's liable to have thought about it, to be honest. However, it is reasonably intelligent, so maybe it did. I'll give it a roll. I think it's reasonably intelligent. Anyway, I'll give it a roll on combat round 1, and then we'll find out. Sorry, when combat round 1, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
The end of the round, I think, is what I'm trying to say. Right, there you go. Pumpity, pumpity, pump. There you go. You were almost directly over the heart.
That works.
It does actually look really well, doesn't it? It looks like it's down the hole as well, because of the effect on the sides of that hole. That's not bad at all.
Yeah.
So everybody has rolled their initiative. I am going to hit descending and not remove all turns like what I nearly did. So when the round marker comes up, that's when we're going to find out if the other demons had the sense to operate the switch or not. Okay, so
I would love to know why it is that one demon was masquerading as a butler, another one was locked in a circle, and neither of them did anything about the heart down in the basement. Demons from different gods or something.
could be. Okay, so what would Kellen like to do?
Kellen would like to move into dead ground.
Okay, go for it.
To there.
Yeah.
So it can't. There's no direct line of sight.
Yeah.
To me from the heart.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
I'm going to stand on that side.
Okay, so you move back to there to make sure that the heart can't see you. I'm going to switch the heart's powers on. Where is it? So anyway, it's Gora to go next. What would you like to do? When I'm trying to
Right,
find
we
where
need
the
a
powers are.
means of transporting coals from the fire to throw down the hole.
There's the bucket.
Is the bucket made of wood?
Yes.
Bad idea.
There's not a bucket.
There wouldn't be a bucket for long.
Actually, 200 years, I don't imagine a wooden bucket would have survived, so it must be made from copper or bronze or something like that.
It's on the other side of the hole, though.
It is on the other side of the hole, but it's definitely going to be made from metal, yes.
Right. Okay, that's cool.
It's going to get very hot if you put hot coals in it, mind.
So that's not cool.
So
well,
that's not
no,
cool, yes.
it won't heat up so quickly that, going to the fire, collecting coals, and coming back to the hole to tip them in. How hot's it liable to get? We can just dump the whole bucket down there.
Difficult to say without trying it. It depends entirely on how quickly it'll transfer the heat throughout the metal.
Excuse me.
If you've ever tried to pick up something from a halogen oven, you realise that things get very hot very quickly in those things. We've only been in 30 seconds. How have I burned myself already?
Okay. If a couple of blast grenades are next to a live blast grenade, when the live one goes off.
Yes, it'll detonate the other two as well.
Right. and it's a minor action to prep a grenade.
It is a minor action to prep a grenade.
Okay.
So you would
If
want
I go,
Sorry.
if
go
I go, move,
Yeah.
prep. Is it prep and throw, or is prep and throw two separate actions?
Prep and throw are two separate actions.
Right. Can I prep this turn, ready to throw on a subsequent turn?
Yes.
Right. Okay. Because it's going to go right down the hole. We don't want these things. Hmm. So I'm not slowing things down. I'm going to hold action.
Okay, no problem. Adrienne to go.
Hands of Fate.
Hands of Fate, go ahead and summon the Fates to your aid.
Oh, actually, sorry, free action, Seer,
Okay, yeah.
for herself.
Okay.
Yikes.
Yeah, that's the Fates are having nothing to do with.
Reroll.
Okay, yeah. Fates are taking one look at the gruesome pumping demon's heart and go, fuck that. And then you've asked again and they've gone, all right, fine.
5 points.
That's
is that
5
hands?
points and it was hands, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So hands
Not Gretel.
of Fate, 5 points.
Right, and that's a 4-point spell.
Yeah. So it was Mog of the Bright Eye Clan to go next. What would you like to do?
Mog is going to shove her hand into the thief's purse and ruffle around a bit, and then she's going to pull out the Taraka card she was given and tear it in half.
I was wondering when they were going to come up. Okay, you shuffle round inside your satchel till you find the Taraka card. Pull it out and tear it. There's a sensation of magic in the air. There's a crackling sensation, and you see the Taraka card is consumed by this magical energy as it pulses through. Which one was it you had?
I had the Swashbuckler card, which, when torn in two, enchants the user so that anytime they generate stunts for the rest of the encounter, they generate 2 additional stunt points.
Oh, nice one.
Nice.
Which can take the user up to more than 6 points.
It can, yes. Okay, go ahead. Well, you don't need to go ahead. You've literally done that already. I've just realised
Yeah,
it
I
goes
don't
into
know
full.
how much of an action that counts as because it doesn't say that bit, but
Retrieving the Taraka card would have been a minor. Tearing it would have been a minor as well. So
okay,
you've
fair
2
dues, fair
minors.
dues. Oh, so that gives me a major as well.
No.
No.
Okay.
Yeah, 2 because you would normally get a minor
Yeah,
and a major.
no, that's right.
So,
Sorry, yeah.
that's right.
Cool.
That's fine. Okay. Sorry, I just need to pop some numbers in here, which don't appear to have been in there. And I need that and that, and I need that and that. There we go. Now I'm prepped.
I'll take my go at this point.
Yeah, go ahead.
Move, grab bucket.
Okay. So that's 2 minor actions then, because you've moved. Well, you've not moved very far.
I've moved 7 of my 8 allotment.
Okay, right. So you have moved most of it. So yeah, that's 2 minor actions. So you've moved down there and grabbed the bucket, coming within sight in inverted commas of the eyeless heart, which is still pumping away down there and is getting infuriated by the fact that people won't stand around to be obliterated by it.
And I'm going to use my sandals to get back.
Right. Yes. Good one, because they're a free additional move once seen, aren't they? Okay,
That's right.
so as the heart begins to focus on you, your sandals flare. You can see these little wings on the side of the sandals begin to flap, and Gora moves at a speed you wouldn't believe across the thing. I tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to use token carry. I don't see set token carry up for this, so I'm apparently not. just going to move this manually next to you then. Okay, so this is the round on which we will discover whether the demon soldier had the common sense to...
Demon soldier.
Yeah.
We didn't really get a size description when he was in the
Circle.
evocation.
No, he didn't.
No.
All
It didn't say it was soldier-sized.
right. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, shit.
So it's the size of a segment of a piece of toast.
Yes, it's very small.
Slice of bread, like you dip in your egg.
Another quick question. That
Yeah.
pulley system that's on the ceiling,
Yes,
it only goes above the altar? Does it go between there and anywhere else?
it doesn't, no. And you were quite right, the demon did think of the...
You rolled initiative there, not intelligence.
Oh,
but-
shit, so I did. Yeah, okay. Let's try that again. No, it didn't. It's not thought of it, so it's going to be another round before it realises there is an alternative way up here. So I will add it for next round. So add...
So the bucket now has an initiative of 16.
Soldier 1, and that is initiative 16. Yeah, okay. So we add that.
So,
and
so,
that
so the
seems
bucket
to have-
goes before the demon.
The bucket goes before the demon, yeah. How the fuck did I manage to generate an initiative for the...
Because you had the bucket highlighted.
Yeah. Yeah. Fantastic. What a knobhead. I hate to tell you this, guys, but your games master's a fucking idiot.
Mistakes happen.
You're just having an off day, man.
Okay, so it is round... well, it's going to say 1 because I started it on round 0 for... Oh, because it was a surprise round. So, Kellen to go.
I'm just going to hold my action.
You're
As a
just going to
stand.
hold your action. Right, you are. In that case, it will be the demon soldier, and I'm going to have to go over to the map I thought you'd be fighting on, and grab a demon soldier. I've got all the shit stored on there for later use, and you're on a different map entirely because, of course, you are.
Patrick's best laid plans of mice and men. Patrick scuppered it again.
Okay, so I now move me back to here, and
I should have been a bard.
You should. Indeed, you should have been Bard. Okay.
Bad Poet Society.
Yeah. Shakespeare walks into a pub and they say, "Get out, you Bard." Okay, so this thing has arrived on the wrong layer, so let's take it over to the token layer. It appears to have walked up the stairs backwards, so let me...
It's not very smart.
It's not very smart, no. So
It's
the
moonwalked into
moonwalking
the room.
soldier demon, yeah, is going to...
Try and knock it down the hall.
it thunders up those stairs with its first action. It peers around to see you all and and it's going to charge... well, Kellen's the closest, so it's going to charge Kellen. It'll easily be able to cover that with a single charge, so it comes thundering in
And I'm going to hit it in the face when it gets there.
because
Oh,
you
you
did
should
hold your
hold
action.
an action.
Yeah. Go for it. Its defense is only 11.
This might not have any effect on it, though, whatsoever.
One way to find out.
It might. Well, it's definitely a hit. Let's just see if non-magical weapons will affect it. That's the only question. I think they do. Oh, it was physically summoned into this world, so yes. They will do.
Blat!
I will, however, put... Oh, bloody hell. Right, okay. I will, however, activate the... Where the hell is the power? Points, fatigue, fear, horror, conviction, corruption, ammo, power. Wang. Okay, so... Yep, you've twatted it and then you stand firm. So that's 14 points of damage you've dealt it, so 9 will get through its armour. Don't adjust the character sheet, you pillock, because there might be others.
I was
Might
about to
have
say,
been-
Demon Soldier 1?
Oh, yes. We will see. We will see. Anything can happen. So, demon soldiers charge. So you make a sudden strike for it. It bellows in anger as you twat at one. It can make a bite and a claw attack in a single action. Roll to hit separately, but treat as one major action. Right, you are. So, it retaliates by attempting to slash you across the face. And 14, I think, is a miss.
Mhm.
And it'll also try and lunge in for a bite, which doesn't seem to have gone off. 15, I think that's also a miss.
Mhm.
Okay, so that's Kellen and a demon soldier done. So it's Gora, you to go first. Next, rather. Not first. That would be a fib, wouldn't it?
We do need to do. I would say that the heart's unlikely to be able to do anything unless somebody's standing directly above it. We've got a demon soldier to deal with. Taking aim with an arquebus.
Okay, go for it. You level your arquebus at the demon soldier and fire. There's a massive clattering boom. And the arquebus shot streaks between Adrienne and Kellen and slams into the angry soldier demon. There's going to be a lot more angry now. Go ahead and roll the damage. Okay, so 3 gets through.
Yeah. Yikes.
Right. So you hit it with some lead shot at high speed. It bellows in rage. How are you, man? Knock it off, how? Because obviously the soldier demon's from Gated.
It's a soldier. It's a soldier demon.
Soldier demon. Where are you, bonny lad? Mark, you to go next.
Well, since Morg carries a loaded pistol at the beginning of every round anyway, Morg is going to run over to the edge of the hole and shoot down the hole at the heart.
Okay, you run over the edge of the hole, point your pistol down and poof, fire. There's a puff of smoke, there's a massive bang. Go ahead and roll the hit. Okay, 13 is liable to have hit a stationary object with a defense of 6. So yes, go ahead.
Hey! Once the blue moon.
Oh, what's its dex?
Oh crap! Yeah, I forgot about that.
Its dex is a whopping great -4.
Okay, well, extra dice damage.
Hey!
It's a heart.
This is a Bon Jovi moment.
Yes,
It's not undead,
shot
is
through
it?
the heart. No, it's not undead.
Mog's to blame.
Okay, so that's 11 points of damage. That is 3 reduced because of its armor in inverted commas. That's 8 gets through. So that takes that down to 100 and some. Okay. And
Blinking Dexter face.
okay. It's all right. You've dealt with things with this many hit points once before.
Once.
Yes. It was the battle at the monastery with the demons there.
Yeah.
Morg wasn't there.
Oh, that's right. So she wasn't. Well,
Morg
but
was away fighting vampires.
you were, yes. Well, the vampire was bloody dangerous. Probably more dangerous.
Yeah,
than,
that's true.
probably more dangerous than Adrienne to go. What would you like to do?
Summon Nightbane.
Let's get some puppets.
Okay.
Yeah. Ooh.
Okay,
2
so
points.
yeah, 2 points in your puppets of fate. Puppets of fate. Okay, so the heart is going to use a minor action to regenerate.
Oh crap.
So that's a d6 plus its willpower, and that's let me just see. So its minor action has regenerated. Oh dear. It's just as well started now, then, isn't it? So that puts it on 100 and something. Its major action is it is going to attempt to do a horrible thing to somebody. let me just have a quick look at its magic and see which particular horrible thing it's going to do. That one's quite costly, so it's not going to try it immediately after having failed with one earlier. That one is horrifically dangerous, and that would probably hit a few of you, so I could probably do... Ooh, look, hemorrhage. That sounds nasty. What's that do? You take control of a large volume of a target's blood and force it out through their eyes, ears, nose, and mouth. Unless they succeed a Constitution test versus your spell power. If the target fails, the test takes 4d6 plus willpower penetrating damage. If they succeed... Right, okay, it's going to try this one then. Let's give this a go. So it's going to cast a hemorrhage spell.
Joy.
Oh, shit. And with 6 stun
Puppets.
points. Puppets, you're going to try and force it to re-roll that. Okay, so it needs a save and throw of willpower self-discipline, I think it is.
Mm-hmm.
What is your spell power?
She's holding the staff, so it's +2 to what was written on the cast, which was 16, so 18.
18, so it needs to beat 18 with this roll, otherwise it'll have to re-roll from that. 15, it's failed, so it needs to recast its hemorrhage spell. Just going to cost... Actually, that's quite costly as well. Still succeeded.
Shit.
Still stunted. So it takes the worst of the 2 results. So it's only got 5 stun... No, it's only got...
5 stun points.
Yeah, 5 stun points. For some reason I thought it had generated 3 the last time. It didn't. So I need to take 15 off its magic points. That's interesting. Why is its magic points not showing correctly? Shit, I see why. Okay. So that should be 1. And that should be 20, 35 off there is 65. So it's getting through its magic points really quickly. So what the rest of you see is Mog runs over, fires at the heart. There's a massive clatter and boom. And something must have gone horribly wrong, because when the smoke clears, what you can see, from your viewpoint, it looks like the breach must have blown, because Mog is now pissing blood out of her face. There's blood coming out of her eyes, her nose, her mouth, her ears. It's horrific. There's gallons of it, it looks like. It's not as much as it looks, but it's a lot of blood nonetheless. So let's go ahead and roll the damage. So it's 46 plus the critter's willpower.
Yeah. So you know what it's like when it's you spill a small amount of milk. It goes like one. It's like it's a lake.
Yeah,
but
exactly.
that was only 2 drops.
Yeah.
What happened? Blood's like that.
Yeah. 46 plus 4 penetrating. So this ignores your armor. 21 points of damage.
Oh!
So this thing can set. We've seen magic that can set fire to your blood.
Yes.
And this thing is basically performed like hemokinesis.
Yeah,
that's a good way of
Legacy of
describing
Cain style.
Yeah.
Okay. Is this blood arcana?
It appears to be magic centered around the notion of the notion of blood. Yes, whether it's a arcana in the way you would understand them or not is less clear, but it's certainly blood. Yeah, blood everywhere.
Could Gorrit cast spell ward on somebody to guard them from blood arcana?
Not really, because it's not an arcana you've ever heard of, let alone know anything about. So don't worry, it's also got another arcana, and if it ever casts a spell from that, you can protect them from that instead. So that's the end of the round, with Mog bleeding from the eyes, nose, ears and mouth. It is Kellen to go next. Oh, wait a minute, I haven't spent the stunt points. I knew you'd be pleased. Right, okay, let's have a look at its special powers for its stunts. So, for each stunt point used, the heart... Oh, so it can do some more regenerating if it wants to. By spending 3 stunt points, the demon heart can summon demonic support. So it's going to summon some support. It's got 6 stunt points. So it can summon...
No, it's got 5.
5 stunt points, quite right. So it will summon a...
what's it? One of those deceptive demon types. And
A
just
seducer.
Give him ideas.
seducer demon stands behind it going, "Go on, get them, get them." Waves pom-poms in the background. It's the support
Cheerleading
demon.
Yeah,
Support demon.
cheerleading team. Okay, I just need to switch over. Oh shit! I didn't know you could do that. Right, I just need to switch over maps to pick up the demon that's just summoned to assist it.
I do wonder though, perhaps that demon heart can actually absorb other demons. So I know I'm low on health. I'll just summon up a demon and eat it.
Stick a straw
It's
in it.
possible. Okay, so I need to go on to the Games Master's lair.
If we can get all of these demons skirmished down that hall, then start throwing the grenades down,
You
It's
might
gonna be a
struggle
confined
with the one
space.
that it's just summoned, actually, because this one
God.
just sort of out of thin air, just right in front of right above the hole, flapping its little wings furiously.
There's a method.
It's not a method, no.
It's an imp.
It's an imp. You are quite
Ah,
right.
It's not a method to its madness.
Oh dear. Okay, so let me just move this one
Do Mephit
over.
and imp still hate each other? Is that little icy dude we let go still around somewhere?
Is,
He
you've not
might come
seen
charging to the rescue
that's right. That's what he might do.
with his one leg.
With his one leg.
In a room where there's a furnace and he's
Yeah.
a nice method.
Water method.
Yep, there might be method to his madness.
Well, somebody's already cracked that one, man.
Hey, but there might be method to his madness.
Fuck's sake. Okay, so the imp appears out of nowhere, and I will need to roll its initiative. I'll do that at the end of this this round. For now, it is the demon soldier. Well, actually, I'll do it while players are taking their actions to not slow things down anymore.
So it's not the demon soldier.
Have we skipped anybody? Have you not taken your action
Me,
yet?
I haven't done
Okay.
anything yet.
Okie dokie, hold on a second. I will just... So, Callan to go.
Right. Well, let's give it some.
And that's a hit with 6 stun points.
Divine intervention.
Unfortunately, you can't do divine intervention.
If you're a paladin, maybe.
No, I'd need what's it, willpower faith at least for that. Yeah. Okay. Oh. What do we do here? So, let's see. Right.
That would be enough to skirmish it down the hall. Knock prone, skirmish, stomp it down. Waffle stomp it.
This is.
If it's a close combatant and has no ranged ability, it's going to be down there and useless.
Let's see. So I don't know. It's like, yeah. So let me just have a quick look at and think about this. Just that's a 1.
Sorry, I was...
That's a 2 and that's a 3. Right. Okay. Yeah. So that combination works then. Right. So I'm going to let's see. I'm gonna lightning attack it.
Okay.
Right. So the first hit does that.
So your first blow rains down upon the creature. 8 damage gets through. So you strike it heftily down one shoulder, cleaving open a section of its corrupted flesh.
Right. Second attack is 23.
Your second attack, you run it through its chest. Go ahead and roll the damage for that. That's another 9 points of damage. 9.
And then for two stunt points, it's knocked prone.
You're knocking it prone.
And then-
Okey-dokey. So the force of the blow, as you withdraw the sword, you put your foot on its abdomen, pull the sword out, and it collapses backwards onto the ground, onto its big
And
fat
then-
demon butt.
and then it gets skirmished 2 meters down the hole.
And you push it with your boot till it disappears down the hole. It slides across the ground and thumps down. Ah! Okay, so I did say the hole itself was 3 meters, and there's 2 meters to 3, 4, 5. Right, okay, so that is 3 dice of damage you're going to do to it.
Oh, you want me to roll those?
Yep. 3 dice of falling damage. That's 9 more fallen damage. So that's 4 gets through. It's -4, so it crumps onto the onto the heart actually. So the heart is also going to take the same 9
I was
damage.
just about to ask.
Yeah, so that would be 6 once it gets past. Is that heart still not updating its health, or did it manage to regenerate everything? So I think it's about 3 hit points down. Let's have a look. Yes, it was. So I need to take another 3 off of there. Oh, look, that's a nice palindromic number. All right. So yeah, it's kind of hit the heart, and there's like a big spurt of blood shoots out of one of the hearts.
Did it not take 6 points of damage there?
It took 6 points of damage there, yes. But what I was saying was, it's when I went to adjust its hit points, they were shown as full. And it should be 3 hit points down already before you did that 6. So I was just adding that 3 damage.
All right, okay.
We now have a palindromic number, and the demon soldier to go, which is down the hole. So it's going to stand up as the first thing it's going to do, and then I'm going to move it out of the way because it's kind of stuck down there at the moment. It can't.
It's behind the barrier.
It is behind the barrier. Yeah, I'm just trying to work out if it could jump this high. It's conceivably possible, but it is very unlikely. So I'm going to make the demon soldier try. They do have backwards hinged legs, which are great for powering this kind of jump. So it's going to try a standing jump, which means it needs dexterity, acrobatics. Target number for this height is quite high, so it needs to beat 15 to be able to jump back up this hole. Nope. Boing. Poof. Kangarooing by the hole there with the heart going, do you mind? Do you not want to stand on me, please?
Get off my aorta.
Gora to go.
It's like you're jumping wolves again.
Yeah. It is indeed.
Yeah. Hang on.
Oh, and for my minor action, I'm going to stand firm.
Right, okay, no problem.
Right, something a bit weird happened with me ruler. As I'm dragging, it's also moving the map, like in the opposite
That
direction.
was happening to me the other week.
Yes, it happened to me the other day. If you right click first, that should stop happening.
Right. Okay. Thank you.
No problem.
Took
Took me quite a while to figure that out when it happened to me, but now I know about it. I know about it.
I'll move up behind Mog, and I think I'll start to render some mundane healing.
Okay. You move up. Are you bringing your bucket full of hot coals, or are you leaving them where they are?
I didn't quite get to the furnace, and I haven't filled it.
Right. I'm going to put it, assume you just put it down on that side of you so that it's next to the furnace, but currently empty. You dash down to see if you can help Mog, who's bleeding from all her facial orifices.
So you said I'm gonna run up behind Mog. I had horrible visions of you. This is spartering her into the floor.
Oh my god, no, you're my friend.
Yeah, I know, but there's like demons all over the place, some of which keep trying to take over people's heads.
There is indeed.
Slaps Mog on the back.
Yeah.
Ah!
So go ahead and make. Oh, you've done it right. 16. So that is 6 health points. Mog gets back.
Plus the stunts, yeah.
8 health points. Mog gets back.
Thank you.
And just make sure that there's nothing else from my surgery.
Are you still a? Do you still have surgery as a novice, or have you got it at journeyman?
At the very least, I'm journeyman.
In that case, it's an extra dice of healing.
I'm Just trying to think now. Is that? Yeah, I've got the first 2 levels on my actual sheet. I just for completeness, I've got all 3 on my printout.
So it's another D6 healing on top of that.
6. Come on.
Hang on, is it rolled for, or is it just multiplied?
Let's roll 4.
Stunt die times 2 plus intelligence.
It's multiplied. Okay, so that's another 2 points you get back.
Plus 4 for me intelligence.
Does the intelligence double though? Because the way you read it, the multiplications. Yeah, so it was.
Stunt
so
die
it's
times
4
2
plus your
in brackets.
So it's 8 in total. So exactly what I'd said. 6 plus 2, 8.
Okay, right
And that's including the stunts, yeah?
No, that wasn't.
No, it wasn't. So that's 10. Yeah.
Right, there we go.
Okay, so
That's better.
yeah, that's a bit better till the next time. Adrienne to go.
We've got hands in play. We've got puppets in play.
You have.
Do we have? Oh God, I don't think we've got enough for a chosen.
Good God, she's really low on magic points again, isn't she?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Good God,
Chug a potion.
I think so. Yes, it'll have to be a portion
I
at
was
this
going to
point.
say, I know you'd said you were holding them for emergencies.
This
but
is an emergency. This
the
is as
enemy's
close as
getting
yes.
larger in
Oh,
number, and it might be worth it, I think.
Yeah. So taking the major elixir, that's 1d6 plus
Willpower.
Yes.
1d6 plus. Okay.
Excellent. 7 points back.
Was that a minor?
It's a minor action. Yes.
Right. Okay, that is just enough then to get off Chosen of Fate.
Okie dokie. Although, wait a minute, it'd be a minor action to prep the potion, wouldn't it? And then, no, fuck it, I'll allow this.
Is that what it says?
I'm going to allow this. So
Okay,
yes,
thank you.
So that's a pass. That's Chosen of Fate has gone off.
Mm-hmm.
I can't remember what this one does because we've only ever used it once.
Oh no, we've used it a couple of times.
Okay.
A couple of times.
Well,
It's the big one. It's the big one. You weave the web of fate to your favour at a critical time. For the remainder of the encounter, you and your allies within 10 yards of you may re-roll your stunt die when generating stunt points and take the better result.
That's right. Okay. That is quite a good one, isn't it?
Oh, yes.
So, Mog, it's you to go, and generating stunts of some description would be a useful thing to do at this point.
Just
I was
well,
going to roll this Imp's initiative, wasn't I? I never did.
I'm right next to Demon Soldier, so I'm going to take a swing at
No,
that.
he's
The
down the
demon
hole.
soldier's down the hole.
Is the Demon Soldier down the hole?
He is,
Right,
that's
sorry.
why the
I
little
thought he
red
bounced
downward
back
arrow.
up.
He tried,
Right.
he failed.
Right,
It was
okay.
a miserable failure.
Right.
Oh, I've done that.
Is that imp
fucking
flying
bucket again.
over the hole?
That imp is flying over the hole, yes.
Right, okay, so I could hit the imp.
You can hit the imp. I've actually placed him 1 meter out of its position because I wanted to see the heart pumping.
Yeah, I figured. That is why I asked, what is that thing's dex?
The imp's dex is, just give me a second, its initiative's 18 as well, so technically it should have acted by now, so I will have it wait, because it was a bit stunned by its arrival, so it'll go when you do. 3, its dexterity is 3.
Ah, bollocks.
But if you can get 2 stunt points,
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna. So I can use aim though. Can't because I'm not moving.
That's correct, you can, yes.
can before you make that decision, can I point
Sorry.
out that if you managed to hit it,
Yeah.
right, yeah, and you'd made a stunt attack, saying you were going to knock it down the hole, out the air,
Ah. Yeah.
but you haven't done that.
I've
so,
already rolled.
yeah.
It's alright, you've hit it, I think? Yes, just barely.
Okay, no. Okay.
Choosing to make a stunt attack gives you 2 automatic stunt points. Is that correct?
Yes, it does.
Provided you hit, provided you do it,
Provided
but you
you
have
hit.
to specify the action.
Okay.
Right. I don't suppose that
keep that in
Chosen of
mind.
Fate would allow you to effectively re-roll those 2 stunt points to try to make them more stunt points.
No, it's plus 2 stunt points.
Just 2 plus 2, right? Okay.
Okay.
Right.
I'm not going to get any bloody stunt points now I've used that card, am I?
You'll get some eventually, don't worry. So that's 10 points of damage gets through. Shit. Right.
Oh,
Is he going to get to roll initiative?
Mog would actually get 4 stunt points then in that case,
Yeah. Yes, actually.
if she was to do a stunt attack. But she gets +2 for the card.
Yeah.
Yeah, oh yes. No, that's right, yeah. But she didn't do a stunt
Keep
attack,
it
so they
not
stopped
in mind.
confusing the issue a bit. Okay, so you've landed quite a heavy blow on the imp, which is looking quite badly injured already, and sort of shrieks in something.
Demonic.
Yeah, shrieks in demonic about your horrific, abusive attempt to murder it the minute it arrives, and it is going to.
Claw your eyes out.
Yeah, I think it's going to magic bolt you in the face. Or it's going to try. Oh, God, right, okay.
It can certainly try.
16, that's a hit.
It can certainly hit.
Magic bolt did 8 points of damage.
Is that piercing?
No, it's not.
Oh, thank goodness.
Like an arcane blast,
It
yeah.
is 2 points
It's
of
very
damage.
similar to an arcane blast, yes. In fact, it's almost identical. So I'm just going to change this. So that's the imp has now taken the action that it had been holding. So, oh look, it's a demon heart to go next. Okay, because the demon imp aimed, so it doesn't get to have a minor action. Shit, sorry, I've just changed that to the wrong thing. Right, okay, so that can go behind, this can come in front. Demon heart, let's see what it's going to do this round. I think in order to attempt to I was going to say save some of its magic points, but no, I don't think it can afford to save its magic points at this point. Let's just burn through them, trying to do stuff. So, it knows you're susceptible to hemorrhage, which means it knows you are likely to be susceptible to its other horrific blood magic spells as well.
I really have a blood in my body, thank you.
Okay, so what I'm going to do here, I think, is cast a... Oh, that's a really nasty spell. I don't know if I could bring myself to use that one.
You drew the sheet.
I'll put it on the sheet, you're quite right. Right, I will. Oh, actually, there's a worse one. Hang on.
You know what? Suddenly really feeling like replaying Dragon Age 2 and siding with the Templars here.
Yeah. I was actually thinking, remind me to talk to you all about Dragon Age after we've done today's session. So, let's see now. And again, health issues at the time. Okay, no, I'm not going to do that one. I am going to stick with my first thought, which was to try... No, I'm not. No, I'm not. I'm going to pestilence you. So let's have a pestilence attack on Mog. 18, that's a successful cast.
Yep.
Unless puppets, okay, that will be the second puppet's mine, so you'll be out of puppet's points.
Yeah.
Okay, so the heart's going to attempt to try and resist the spell. Let me just have a look. Willpower, self-discipline, needs to beat 18. 13, you're forced to reroll. Okay, so let me just recast this spell then.
You said 13
there? It's like 12, only like different. So 12, it's still a fail anyway, is the important point. But yes, you're quite right, I said the wrong number. So it's going to need to recast its... What the hell spell was it casting? Pestilence?
Pestilence.
Yeah, okay. Pestilence, it's about 400 spells down the list. There we go. Got it.
It's
then?
actually
Lot
more
of spells.
19, so it's still passed.
Shit.
But it takes the worst one, so it doesn't
Take the
generate
worst, yeah.
any stunt points. So it's hit Mog with a pestilence. The victim must be within 10 yards, which you are, and make a Constitution stamina test. So go ahead and make a Constitution stamina test, whilst I reduce this thing's magic points by 8. That doesn't feel correct. Oh no, that is correct. Yeah. Okay,
Right.
so
You need
50.
3 from the hands.
You would
pool.
need 3 from the hands pool to pass
Take
that.
them.
Take them. So that's 2 points you'll have left in the hands. So you've passed Pestilence. So let me just read what happens if you pass. I know what happens if you fail. The victim must be within 10 yards. Constitution test spell power. If the test succeeds, there is no effect. If it fails, you immediately start to die. So you feel a bit ill for a moment and you kind of sneeze. This massive globlet of black snot flies out.
Straight down the hall.
Straight down the hole at the heart. And you feel
And it's-
better. You feel much better now. And it is.
You're
then-
looking a little green there, Mark. Oh, wait.
And let me reorder everything since there's a new demon in the fuck's sake. I didn't just do that, did I?
You did.
Bother you shit. Does anybody remember what their initiative was?
Yeah.
We can scroll it. We can scroll it back up and find it.
Okay.
You put them on, I'll tell you what they were.
Okay, so let me start with Kellen of Highgate.
18.
18, I remembered. I know the imp is also an 18, so let me impify the imp. So add turns, and that was 18. Return. I wasn't hit return back here. I wouldn't care. The button I accidentally clicked's got a big red fucking background
No worries. Mistakes
to,
happen.
to remind you not to do
Mog
stupid
at
shit like
11.
that. Mog at 11. Okay, where's Mog? There we go. Add turn. 11.
Goru at 14.
Hang on.
Sorry.
Right, there we go. Gora at what the hell's
14.
Gora? There's Gora. So add turn and 14. Yeah, who's next?
Adrian at 11.
Adrian at 11. Add turn and 11. Okay.
Bucket at 16.
The bucket at 16, right?
Yep.
Yes.
Demon Soldier at 16.
Demon Soldier at 16. So add turn and
Why is the bucket faster than me?
because it used the Demon Soldier stats, I was just clicked on the wrong thing. Is that everything?
Because it's beyond the pale.
Oh.
I think that's everything. That everything?
Yep, that's everything.
Okie dokie. So either the imp or Kellen to go first, depending on dexterity. So what's Kellen's dexterity?
4.
Impy Kellen
No,
is
no,
into
actually,
the character from
actually,
Discworld.
actually, it's 5.
Right, you are. It's Kellen. You can go first. What would you like to do?
Well, I'm going to move down to here and hit this imp in the back.
Right, you are. You're gonna backstab
if-
the imp. Yep.
I'm gonna, yeah.
Okay, go for it. That is 15 is a hit. And 10 damage, so that will get 8 will get through its defenses. Oh, it's in a very bad way now. You slam your sword through its back. It protrudes out through the front. The thing sort of yelps in a startled thing as you withdraw the sword, blood gushing out of the front and rear of the imp. Bizarrely, it's still hanging in there despite the fact that you impaled it straight through the middle of the chest. It's still actually in the fight, but it's looking very, very poorly. Do you have a minor action you'd like to do?
Yeah, I'll be standing firm again.
Okay. You're going to stand firm. The imp is going to fly up to the ceiling so that you can't keep stabbing it because it doesn't like being stabbed. It's decided. It's had other experiences it has enjoyed more. Let's phrase it that way. So it flies up to the ceiling, moving sort of over this way as it does so, and then it will unleash another magical bolt, this time at at Gora, I think, probably. So magic bolt shooting at Gora from behind, so it's +1 on it. Missed. Just goes arcing through the air, still distracted by the sock and great hole in his chest. Okay, Demon Soldier is going to try and bounce up through the hole again. This is having shades of those wolves that you dropped down the hole that time. So let's just make a 15 it needs to beat. 12, nope, it's getting nowhere. So it is Gora to go next.
Minor action, Arcane Shield.
Okay, yeah. An Arcane Shield flares up into life around your body. I'll just pop a little Arcane Shield symbol on. Poof, there you go.
If it hadn't cast, that would have been retconned.
Well, I'd have taken it off again.
Yeah.
I'd have just described it as appearing around your body and then fizzling away to nothing.
Fair enough. Right, if I prep the grenade in this round,
Yes.
for next round,
Yep.
then I open myself up to the kaboom stunt, yeah?
You do, yes.
And those around me.
Yes.
I can't really do that.
I mean, you can. Whether or not you want to, that's a slightly different question, but you can.
The last weapon I fired was my arquebus.
Mhm.
If I were to draw a pistol, is that another? That's an additional action.
That would be an additional action. There's minor action to prep your pistol to fire, and then.
Right. Okay. In which case, can I fire an offensive spell down that hole?
Yeah, why not?
Lovely.
Is that just like a shout that goes, "Fuck you, demon heart"?
Yeah, fucking bastards! Have some of this.
No. Tunnels and Trolls had that spell in it. Take that, you fiend.
It did, yes.
It was like the zap spell.
Aye.
I'll summon down some holy lightning of Palor.
Okay. To the tune of Holy Diver.
You know what? I tell you, yeah, I'm going to jolt the heart.
You're going to attempt to jolt the heart. So
Yes.
let me just get this clear. An organ which is restarted by being jolted, you're going to attempt to put a magical jolt of electric energy
But
through.
it isn't currently stopped, is it? It is beating.
True,
it is very
true,
clearly beating. And if you jolt a beating heart, it can make it stop.
It can do, so give it a try.
Plus, there's no gel on the pads.
There's no gel on the parts yet. So, Gora calls down the magical power of Palor with the incantation for the jolt spell. Clear!
And I'll up my spell power.
And you're going to
By
up your
1.
spell power by 1. Okay, which makes your spell power
15.
15.
Con stamina test versus my spell power.
Con stamina test. It will be if I can ever get this to scroll. There we go. That's the imp. I thought that looked a
So
bit low
2
for it.
penetrating to start with.
So 2 penetrating damage. I'll
Yep.
just take that off of here. So that's -2. Boing. There we go. No longer a palindromic number. They've spoiled that for me now, you see. That's what you've gone and done. Con stamina test. 15 to beat. Bollocks. Right.
No major action
So-
next turn.
It's
Or
jolted.
this
It
turn.
doesn't get a major action on its next go. That's correct.
Yep.
So I'll just put a little jolt symbol on to show that. And zzzt. There you go. That was your major action. Do you have a minor one? Oh, you
I
used the
did.
minor
I've
one.
already cast
Yeah.
it, which is Arcane Shield.
Adrienne to go then.
She's going to go.
Arcane Blast that imp.
Yeah, I mean, I was going to say go and get the bucket and fill it with coals to bring over.
you.
But as all the ranged is kind of tied up, and we do have a almost down enemy, I'm inclined to agree. So yes,
You're going to attempt to jolt the to
Arcane Blast it.
that. Right, you are. Okay, go on. Okay, you blast out an arcane blast at the imp. It slams into it. Roll the damage. Nine. Okay. Describe how the spell ends the imp's reign of terror on the world. It's 2 round reign of mild annoyance. Might be more accurate.
I think it was more annoyed than.
Almost distractedly, Adrienne points her arcane device towards the imp and just sort of furrows a brow slightly, Go away. Zap.
Off you fuck.
Yeah. And it disintegrates in a cloud of black dust.
And shrieking, yes. So there's like a pained shriek as the imp just disintegrates into a cloud of black dust and rains upon the ground like glitter. Mog, what would you like to do?
Minor
Hang
action.
on.
Minor action.
Yeah. Mhm.
But Sean, do you have something in mind?
Walk over to the bucket.
Well, the other thing I was going to do from here would be to throw the staff to Gora.
Okay.
Up to you entirely.
There's no magic points left in it. Adrian is out of magic. She can only arcane blast from here and do mundane things. That +2 spell power is going to be very useful to the remaining spellcaster.
It is.
Okay. You're not got any more potions?
Gora does,
Okay.
and could throw them back. Careful.
Carry on. Juggling act. Here we go.
Right.
Okay, make a throw roll to each other then, please.
Okay, so Dex.
Yes.
Why not?
No,
why not?
accuracy thrown. Sorry.
Hang
Accuracy.
on,
Oh.
hang on.
Go on.
Why not just move over there? You got a minor action, you can just move.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, yeah, just move over
Yeah,
there then.
Fair enough.
There'll
I
be a
didn't mean there.
minor action for you each next time.
Move it to where you meant. Yeah. Okay.
There.
Fine.
And the heart can't see you from there.
Hopefully.
Given that's a 5 meter deep hole, or
Yeah,
whatever it is,
that's
4
right.
meters of depth, you're not going to see that angle.
Nice. Okay.
Mog,
I like
you
that.
go. What would you like to do?
Right. So first of all, for my minor, I'm gonna reload my pistol.
Okay, yeah.
If
go
I
ahead.
may, if I may, Gora is covered in loaded pistols ready.
Okay.
Take one.
Rightio. In that case, for my minor, I'm going to awkwardly grope around behind me until the pistol lands in my outstretched hand.
Okay, yes. So you awkwardly grope around behind you until you get something that you really hope is the handle of a pistol.
Right. So, and then I'm gonna shoot at the heart again.
Okay, bringing it round, you cock it and fire.
Bang.
Hang on, I forgot Ian was on. I was like trying a dramatic click there, expecting it to go through. Way!
That's a hit, and with 4
That's
stun points,
better.
which makes
Oh,
it
excellent.
6
Six
stun points.
points.
Oh, before that, re-roll it.
Yeah, you can re-roll the stun
Yeah,
points
okay,
and keep the
okay.
best. Aye.
Mm-hmm.
Okie dokie.
Because you can get 6 and then get it up to 8.
Right, okay, fair enough. What was that? That was pistol, wasn't it?
Roll a
Oh,
d6.
actually, hang on. I just realised as well this thing's dex was really low as well, so I rolled that wrong to start with.
In what
I
way?
should have had an extra dice on that.
No, that would have been
No, you haven't
damage.
rolled any damage yet.
Oh, right. No, yeah, that's correct.
So it's an
Sorry.
extra d6
You're-
you're rolling because you're only
yeah.
re-rolling the stun.
Yeah,
Yes.
my bad.
Yeah, no, that's alright.
Hey! Thank you!
So you've now got 6 stunned points
8 stun
and
points.
plus
Shit.
2 for the magical effect from Adrienne,
Yeah.
so that's 8 stun points.
Right, let me check.
Oh.
What to do.
With 8 stun points, pretty much whatever the fuck you like.
Yep. I think you can get lethal and mighty.
Oh shit, I think you can, aye.
Yeah.
What
So you
I
can add 4 dice to the actual roll.
Shit, yeah, I can. let me just check that there isn't a better.
I mean, there might be other options.
Oh,
if
and you can
prefer.
reload. You could go lethal, mighty, and rapid reload.
Oh, bloody hell.
How can you do
5
Lethal-
for lethal.
Mhm.
5 for lethal.
Mhm.
6, 7 for mighty bow. Plus 1 for rapid reload, making a total of 8.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's that. Let's do that.
Shit.
Wait, so
Right,
how many
okay.
dice is that? 2.
So that's plus 4. So you
That's-
get one for pinpoint,
Mhm.
plus 1 for mighty, and plus another 2 for
For
lethal.
lethal, so
So
it's an extra 4 dice of damage on top of what the weapon would normally do.
Right, hang on.
And you reload it as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, and I'm reloaded as well.
Ouch.
Oh,
Seriously?
really?
Yeah,
You
that
That's
only
was,
some
went-
low, that was
No,
some
no.
low dice.
No, you're missing some dice there. How much does a pistol normally do?
Just one.
No,
Yeah.
it only does one
One
dice.
d6 plus 6.
you're still missing a dice then.
How have
Still
I
miss-
missed that?
Because it was +4 dice.
Plus
One,
4 dice.
one for lethal blow.
Yeah,
Sorry,
no, I
one
added
for
that on the thing, so
Oh,
I
and it's
don't know
just
how
not.
that's...
Oh, how weird. Okay, just
Hang
roll
on.
another d6.
Okay, fair enough.
It's still an unfortunately low number given the number of dice you rolled.
Yeah.
15, 16, 17, 18. 18 damage. 18 damage and 5, 6, 7, 15 goes through. Oh no, we're in single figures.
What?
No, you're not.
Sorry, double figures.
Yeah.
Gonna say.
It's gone from being over 100
Yeah.
You're in double figures now. Yeah.
to
so
9.
Blam! You shoot the heart straight through the centre. Massive gout of blood. You
See?
can't help it as you point your gun at the thing. You say, "Go on, say dum, dum, one more time, motherfucker," and then pull the trigger.
Flanny, do you speak it?
Shot through the heart again, and Mog's to blame.
Yes. It is the heart to go, and it only has a
No, it's not.
minor
Oh,
action.
sorry.
Why? Who did you
I,
think
I,
it was?
I was far too keen there. Well, no, I was going to say it because I jolted it, but yeah, it's still got a minor action.
It's got a minor action. Because it's only got a minor action, it's going to use that regeneration power. As a minor action, the heart can regenerate equal to its willpower. As a major action, it can also get some dice. Okay, so for minor action, it's going to regenerate its willpower worth of hit points. Okay, so it's bleeding more slowly now. Kellen to go.
Kellen to go. Yeah, I've not got really that much to do at this point.
Can your sword reach it?
No.
I'd assume not.
Just a
Right.
dangle from your ankles.
Yeah.
Kellen walks over here
Uh-huh.
and looks at the bucket, looks at the fire.
Mhm.
So that's my minor action to walk over there.
Yes.
I'm going to grab the bucket
Okay.
with
So
the
that's-
intention of putting some coals in it. Effectively, that's my go.
Yeah, okay, that's your go. You've walked over there, grabbed the bucket, and it is now the demon soldier to go. The demon soldier is now looking for a way out. It's occurred to the demon soldier it doesn't need to jump out the entire hole. It only needs to jump halfway up and then climb. So now that it's realised that its target number for its jump has dropped significantly, let's see if it can do that. If it does, it will then need to use its second action to climb as well, but at least it'll be out.
It gets 2 actions per turn or 2 attacks per turn.
It gets a minor action and a major action, same as you.
Right. Okay.
Um,
I'm guessing that there are creatures that have additional actions.
I think
No.
there are one or two, but not many. Not many at all.
No. It's usually you get more attacks per the action.
Yes.
Right.
Is the way. So you don't get to do more things. You get to attack
You
more
get- yeah.
rapidly.
Got you. Okay.
I can think of one creature, I think, that gets an additional action, but I can't think of any others. And I'm not 100% sure about that one. It might be the same.
But then
Promise.
there's creatures that get things as free actions, surely.
Yes. Okay, so
Yeah.
this time it's jumped up and clamped onto the side of the hole. It's now going to attempt to climb the rest of the way out. So it now needs a strength test of just 9 or better.
And fail, so it
20,
can stamp
yeah.
on its fingers.
Right, so the thing has now climbed out of the hole, angrily got kind of snarling at Mog as it appears at the top of the...
Which square's it going to be in?
it's going to be... Well, it's kind of still going to be on the whole square, but it's kind of clinging to the side. I just need to get these 2 fucking markers off it. So that one goes, and that one goes, and it will move. Come on.
We're like
Come
the
on.
world's creepiest conga line on this map right now.
You are a bit, yeah. There you are.
Everybody conga. Can't get like you
So it's
mean it.
clambering out of the hole to attack Morg, but it doesn't have enough actions left to actually make that attack this round, so it's Gora to go.
Please don't make me shock you. If I were to shock blast the whole area where that demon soldier is, with the heart underneath it, it would hit both of them, I take it. 6 by 6 by 6.
Yes, it would.
Would it send him back down the hole because it kind of lost his grip from being electrified?
Not unless you get enough stunt points to
skirmish.
Skirmish him, yeah.
Right. Okay. Minor action, I'll take the staff from Adrian.
Okay, so for your minor action, you take the staff from Adrian's outstretched hand, where she's trying to hand it to you.
Yep.
For your major action,
I'll shock blast the area.
okay, you launch shock blast out of the front of your other hand, your free hand. Or you try. Let's have a roll. Oh
Oof.
dear. Nope. Shock blast fails, and you don't even have enough in the Hands of Fate pool to turn that into a success, I'm afraid.
No, I don't.
So take the mana loss and the
Crisis of Faith.
Crisis of Faith. You're quite right. Yeah, make a roll for that.
So that is a 4 point spell.
Yeah.
Faith test.
Yes. 20. Fine. You just assume that on this occasion that the mistake is somehow yours rather than the deity's, and Adrienne gets to go.
Is her minor action taken up by passing the staff?
No, that was your minor action. Her minor action could be taken up by taking the potions off you if you were also offering them. But...
Oh, yeah, because Gora didn't perform a minor action.
Yeah. Well, Gora did.
Case...
Gora's minor action was to take the staff.
Of course, sorry. Right.
But that would have nothing to do with the potions, because it would be Adrienne's minor action to take the potions off you, just as it was your minor action.
She can take the potions from Gora?
Yes.
Right. In which case, that's... that's 2 major elixirs going across to Adrienne.
Right.
And I assume she can drink 1 as her other minor.
That's correct, yes.
Right. 1d6 plus 4, yeah?
Yep.
Plus willpower.
Yeah.
Nice.
There you go. 10 points of magical energy restored as she quaffs the elixir. Elixir thirstily.
Nom nom nom.
Alexa, stop. Thank you. Mark, it's you to go.
Mark, you need to do your best Undertaker impression right now.
You mean just like wander on and be old?
No. So you say to the demon, you're going down.
Oh, right. I've never really been that into wrestling. I just know the Undertaker's really old. Right. So I can't get quite at the heart unless I go straight through this other demon
That's
thing.
correct, yes.
Right. Okay. It's sort of half climbing up the hole, yeah?
That's correct as well.
Right,
it's almost out of the hole at this point.
Yeah, okay. Explain stunt attacks to me.
Okay, so for stunt attack, it does 2 things. The first thing it does is you get no damage.
Yeah.
But if you succeed, instead of the damage you would have inflicted, you get 2 stunt points to spend.
I think I would rather have the damage in this case.
Okay.
Because then that's one less enemy.
The stunts would allow you to skirmish it back down, and it would have to spend another turn trying to get back up. And it would take fall damage as well.
And by the way,
yeah.
If you make the stunt attack and you actually hit it, you would have 4 stunt points.
Yeah, because of the magical
true.
effect.
Because of the card, right?
Which means you could choose a stunt that's up to 4 points before you make the attack.
Hold on. So that would mean that you could do a lightning attack against it, which would actually allow you to do an actual attack and skirmish it down the hole.
Yes, let's do that.
Okay. So I need
And if you get stunts, you can also re-roll it.
Yes, that's right. You can.
Okay.
So go ahead and roll.
Right, hang on. So am I just rolling
Just
so-
roll
as
an
a normal
attack.
attack?
Let me.
Right.
You just roll an
right.
attack as normal.
Right, okay.
But instead of doing any damage, you would
Yeah.
get the stun points instead. Right, you are. So you would have generated 3 stun points anyway.
Right.
But you also get 2 for making a stunt attack, so that's gone up to 5. You also get 2 for Adrian's spell that's in effect, so that's...
No. It isn't a plus, it's a re-roll.
Is it a reroll? Right, okay.
It
Yeah.
is.
Right,
So
okay.
so
But-
re-roll a d6, or you can re-roll the whole effect and we'll just take the stunt dice only from your second roll. So your hit would still be a 17. Okay.
It's still a 3.
Yeah.
So still a
you-
3.
You take the better one.
Yeah, so it's 5 then.
Yeah. Oh,
Plus
plus
2.
my 2 from my card.
Yes, from your card. Mhm. So,
So,
that's
right.
7.
7.
Yes. Shit.
Okay.
So this is potentially what you could do.
Yeah.
You can do the actual damaging attack.
Yeah.
Yeah. Roll a normal attack against it to,
Right.
to hit as a lightning attack. You can
Yeah.
add another dice of damage to it for 2 points to make
Yeah.
5. And then the other 2 points you can either knock it prone, I presume at the top of the hole would knock it into the hole.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that would be your 7.
Yeah, that sounds like a good plan. Sorry if I sound a bit slow today on the whole maths thing.
No,
It's
that's fine.
complex. It is complex.
It is
There's a-
complex when you do this, yeah.
Yeah.
So if you make another attack roll,
Right. Let me just...
Oh, another attack roll.
Whoa,
right.
whoa,
So,
please, please, folks. Everybody's talking. Everybody's telling her what to do, and you've made an error in what you've told her. So I want to address that first.
right, go ahead.
Right. You've made a hit. You've scored a hit. You've made a stunt attack already. If you
Yep.
use lightning attack, you can't use the extra
Oh, right,
damage on
yeah.
that.
Oh, right.
So what
yeah.
Shaun told you there was mistaken.
Right, okay.
So, yeah, you choose what stunts you would like to use.
Right, hang on, let me see.
I mean, you could. You haven't said that, right? You could do the extra damage on this attack that's already hit,
Okay.
and still have a lightning attack to get another hit, but that can't generate stuns.
Okay, okay.
Because although this attack wouldn't normally generate damage, if the stunt points are used to generate it, it will. If that makes any sense, it's confusing. But yes.
Sort of.
Right. So, if you want to, you can do all the things you were going to do, except the extra dice of damage doesn't go on to the lightning attack. It would come from the initial attack.
Right, yeah, okay.
That's important because of the way armor's calculated.
Yeah.
Right, okay.
So if you want to roll the 1 dice of damage, because you wouldn't get normal damage, you'd just
Yeah,
get
no, okay.
the
Right, I get
extra
you.
dice of damage. So that's 4. So that part's wasted. It's just glanced off. You've then that's only cost you 2. So what was the rest of the 7 points the stun's going to be used for?
Well, it's
There was a
gone down
lightning
the hole.
attack, skirmish
Yeah.
down the hole.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Wasn't it knocked prone down the hall?
it might have been, yes, I think
Yeah.
so. So roll the fall damage it takes next. That's 3 dice of damage.
Right, yeah, okay, cool. That's better.
Shit!
and the heart takes the same.
Right, and ignore all the other stuff you were going to do to it, because how would you like the fall to kill the demon?
Oh, wouldn't it be so deeply ironic if it just went poof and like died because it hit the heart?
Yeah, you can do that if you want.
Yay!
And the heart does take that 14 damage as well, because you dropped fucking socking great demon on it. So 14 damage to the heart. That becomes 11, and it's in double figures.
And you know that loaded pistol you've got for your
Yes.
lightning attack.
Yeah, you can still make a lightning attack, and you currently do have a loaded pistol because last round's stunts was to reload.
Mm-hmm.
So you could
Okay.
fire at the heart with the pistol if you wanted to.
Would be a shame not to.
At this juncture, I think you're probably right. Except you
Sorry, I
accidentally
just did
rolled
damage.
there. No,
Sorry,
it's all right.
that was me. My bad.
It's all right. I've done the same thing once this combat already. So roll a hit. That's 11 because the heart can't move. That's a hit. Do you want to keep the damage you'd already rolled? So that's 12. So it takes another 9 off the heart.
Yeah, because I don't want to
Fucking hell.
tempt fate too much.
No, I wouldn't. I wouldn't suggest it. I'm just going to take the shock off the heart because that was last round.
Yeah.
Oh no, I'd be pretty shocked if I was a heart and that round was against me that much.
Yep,
And
me too, I think.
Mog's reply was, "You made me bleed. I'm going to make you hurt." Or bleed back. I don't know.
Okay, so the heart's minor action is going to be to heal itself because it's suffering quite a lot of damage here. So it gets its willpower back, and it's still going to be in double figures here. Shit. Okay, so let's see what it can do to hurt everybody this time. I think we're going to have to go for one of the biggies. I'm either going to have to blood slave somebody or boil everyone's piss. Sorry.
I don't remember Euromancy being a thing.
I could try a hemorrhage on you.
There was a musical movement in the 80s, wasn't it?
I think it was, yeah. Okay, yes, it's going to
Duran.
attempt a blood wound. So you make the blood of all enemies within 12 yards of you boil. So let's see if this works. Yup.
Within what radius?
12.
Now, is that through solid rock of the floor? Because otherwise it's kind of coming up and
Well,
taking a...
even if it's coming up and through, it's still going to get all of you. Oh, no, it's not. It's not going to get Kellen, who's fucking miles away. Just by pure coincidence, he's going to be out of the blast, whatever happens. The rest of you, however...
It's 8.
Sorry?
I'm saying it's 8 on the flats.
Oh, shit, is that all it is? Right,
No. On the flat, it's 8.
But it's got to come
a
upwards
of
first.
5.
So I'm going to say that Kellen's out of the blast of the effect, but the rest of you are in. So the rest of you are going to need a Constitution Stamina test against a spell power of 17.
There are 2 points in the hands pool, by the way.
There are 2 points in the hands pool if they are needed, yeah. And I need to take 8 off my creature's magic. So even his magic's now down beyond half.
We needed to get to 17, did you say?
17.
Right.
Adrian?
Okay.
Adrian needs
Right.
to roll.
Oof.
Okay.
Everyone
Okay,
failed.
we've all failed.
Everyone failed. With the 2 points you've got,
Nobody can succeed.
Can succeed. So you're all going to take 4d. Hold on a second.
How much?
Take 1d6 plus magic penetrating damage. And must take a Constitution test versus spell power. Those that fail can only take a minor action on their next turn.
Oh, bollocks.
Yikes.
So you guys can all only take a minor action on your next turn. Turnabout
That's
being
fine.
fair play and everything. And I need to roll...
Clarification,
one.
please.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Prep a grenade, minor action.
Yes.
Drop a grenade, minor action.
Yes.
Thank you.
So, no, sorry, it's not. It's a major action. To throw
To
a
drop
grenade.
a grenade, just to let it go.
Oh, just to let it go would be a minor action, yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so that is 10 points of penetrating damage you all took as well, except for Kellen.
So defense does nothing against this.
No.
No.
Not unless you've got
Defense.
armor mastery.
Yeah, defense doesn't defend
Yikes.
against spell effects. I mean, you know this from... It doesn't
Yeah.
defend enemies against your spell effects. Okay, so you all take 10 points of damage. Your blood starts to burn. It's excruciatingly painful. All three of you are screaming. It literally feels as if somebody's just set you on fire from the insides. It's the next combat round. It's Kellen to go, and I'm going to need a quick bathroom break. I'll be back as quickly as possible. I'll just leave your mics open to the audience. I'll not be a second.
And Kellen looks around and says, "Ladies, you're looking a bit flush there."
You need like some annoying break music. Do 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 do
Elevator music.
do 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 do
If
do.
Brian's going out, I probably should do as well. So 2 ticks, I'll see.
Okay. Do 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 do.
I'm just being serenaded now. It's purely for my benefit.
Do. So I get an odd mix of I Dream of Jeannie and Ned's Newt.
Didn't Homer sing that in The Simpsons at one point?
Yes, yeah, because it when Homer does it, it's referencing I Dream of Jeannie.
Right.
I just randomly got stuck in my head the other day, and I don't know why.
It's the episode with Mindy Simmons.
That probably, yeah.
And it isn't Homer, it's Barney.
That would make even more sense.
Yeah.
Actually, doesn't Barney end up dressed up as her at one point?
That's right. It's during a dream sequence.
Yes.
Barney's doing it and burps his way through it, and then it turns into Mindy and it gets awkward for Homer.
Yeah, that rings a bell. Yeah, like I have this thing where every so often I'll just remember a tune for no reason whatsoever, and it will just end up in my head for
like
months.
Lalia.
Sometimes it's like tunes I don't even recognize. There was one summer I drove myself absolutely crackers because I was like, "What is this tune that's stuck in my head?" And it was the Dolmio jingle.
Oh right. I'll tell you one that's had me over the past week or so. Do you remember Gino Ginelli?
Yes! Oh,
yeah.
God, yes!
Now it's stuck in your head.
Yes.
Enjoy.
God.
Gino Ginelli, what did they sing?
It was the ice cream.
The ice cream, there we go.
Yeah, the ice cream that was like pretended to be posh but wasn't. It was just it was just expensive. It was expensive and knew that everyone in the 90s would think Tutti Frutti was posh.
Gelato.
All we had was chocolate, vanilla, and strawberry. Anything else was posh.
Okay, I'm back.
That's very Neapolitan of you.
Kellen, to go. What would you like to do? Sorry, I'll let Louise finish what they were going to say first, and then Kellen.
I was just welcoming you back to 90s ice cream chat.
Okay.
Garlic ice lollies were the best ones.
Oh God, I think I remember that.
The first non-standard flavour that we ever had was mint choc chip, and my dad got about like a 5-gallon tub of the stuff.
Yeah.
We were eating that forever.
Rum and raisin.
Rum and raisin, yeah.
Just took up an entire drawer in the freezer by itself.
Okay, so Kellen, to go. What would you like to do before we wind up talking about all the flavours?
99 flavours in the same one. Right. So I'm there with this bucket in hand.
You are.
I am going to... What kind of action economy are we talking about to actually put hot coals in the bucket?
I would say a major action if you want to do it without hurting yourself.
You've got gauntlets on, yeah?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, metal gauntlets, yeah.
I've got magical gloves on.
Mm-hmm.
They are lines, and it's not just bare metal on your skin on the inside. I mean, come on, you know what it's like, Brian. You would know that.
Yes.
Yeah. So anyway, so I'll fill the bucket up.
Okay.
And then I will, using my minor action, move back down to here.
Yeah, go for it. Okay, so Kellen fills a bucket full of hot coals and then tramples across the ground fairly quickly. It's warm, but it's not actually painful yet. and it's the dead demon soldier to go, so he's going to continue to be dead. Gora,
Is he
here
not-
to go.
Has he not evaporated into the ether?
Probably has, actually.
Back to the void.
Probably has. I'm just going to leave the actual demon on the page, but I'll stick him in the black. That's just in case I need another one, in case the heart stunts enough to summon one.
Or you want to scare us from
So-
looking at the
so the
map
thing
with
is-
the demons in the wall.
I can only take minor actions.
You can only take minor actions, yes.
Fantastic. Because hang on, it was 10 penetrating damage before, wasn't it? So
It was 10 penetrating damage, that's correct.
Adrian didn't take that. What I'm going to do, Mog, how are you for health?
Not great.
Right, mundane healing on Mog.
Okay, yes, you do a mundane healing on Morg, which because of your surgery is a minor action.
That's
for
right.
you. That's a pass, so go ahead and sort out how many health points. That's an interesting...
Yeah, because it's a little bit more complex now with all of the buffs and bonuses and gubbins. At what level does that talent become master?
When you take another level in it.
What else? I haven't taken any other talents though, have
I don't know.
I? Right, so
Might
it's
as well
stunt
delete that, I
die,
can't
stunt
take
die
it
time.
off.
Oh, stunt die times 2.
Oh,
So
no
that
way.
so there's 12.
Ooh,
Plus
you.
4 for 16, and you're very welcome.
So
There you
16
go.
total.
16 in total. It should be about...
Do you not get another +2 stunt points there for the?
It didn't actually. It didn't stunt.
Oh no, it didn't stunt. Sorry.
No.
Yeah.
Oh, that's considerably chunkier.
Mm-hmm.
Besides,
There you
it's only Morg, I believe, who gets the extra 2 stunt points.
Yeah.
From tearing that card. Yep. Okay, so Gora, that's you having the only action you're going to get this round?
No. That's one minor action.
Yeah.
I can take another minor action, can't I?
No, you get a minor action only. You don't get 2 minor actions.
Is the rule that it effectively takes away one of your actions?
No, the rule is it takes away your major action. So where is your second minor action coming from?
Right, because it would normally be you can exchange your major for a minor.
Yeah, but you can't exchange an action you're not
I
gonna
can't
get.
exchange something I don't have.
That's right.
Got you.
Yeah. So Adrian to go.
So I'm gonna have to go get a drink.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah, sure. Man.
So Adrian to go next. What would her minor action be?
I don't think she's got any minor spells. I'll double check.
Might have. I think she has actually.
Well, if you can please tell me what they are.
I can't remember, but it runs in my mind, Charles. Just give me a second, I'll have a look. So, Adrian. It's opening very, very slowly. Character sheet. Magic. So, Hands of Fate is major, Puppets of Fate is major, Shadow Dagger is major, Shadow Hood is major, Strings of Fate is major, Bloodhound is an entire minute. Chosen of Fate is major. No, she doesn't, you're right. I wonder who I'm thinking of. But I know there's a major in one of the campaigns I'm running has a minor action spell, but it's obviously not her. So
okay, and she can't what you call it? Arcane Blast is a major.
Arcane Blast's a major as well, yes.
Might be a bit cheeky, but can I do some manner of minor action? And this is purely a rules kind of crowbarring thing. So if you stomp down on this, I'll entirely understand.
Oh, okay.
Can I just do something that would require a dice roll and hope to get stunts so that I can bank them?
No, because that would be a stunt. It wouldn't be a stunt attack if you.
No, it would just be a straight dice roll.
Okay, I suppose it depends because most things that require a dice roll are major actions, but not actually all. So it depends what you would want to do.
It's a
Actually,
good
you
question.
can't really bank stunts. I just occasionally.
It's a narrative.
No.
Sorry, I must chime in there. The seer talent allows you to
It
bank
does allow
stunts.
you to bank stunts, yes,
Yeah.
it does.
That's what I'm hoping to use. So basically, what I'm after is some manner of action that might generate stunts.
Right, but it would only generate stunts from the same sort of field. So if it was a minor action like seeing, it would only generate stunts from the
What it says, the rule as it's written, your actions trigger a chain of events that will affect future outcomes. You may select an ally, including yourself, once before the end of the encounter. When they generate stunts, they gain +1 for every 2 that you spend on this stunt.
Yeah, it doesn't actually state it has to be the same type of stunts. Yes, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can try it. If you can come up quickly with a
This is the
minor
problem.
action that would.
This is the problem.
Walking in a straight line, put one foot in front of the other.
Wouldn't work, no. Can I
Toe to
suggest,
heel, toe to
given
heel.
that the heart keeps summoning extra monsters, that you might want to, I don't know, make a perception seeing test to see if you can see if anything else is coming up the stairs or attacking
Oh,
you
like
from
invisible
rear
things,
route.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so trying to penetrate illusions.
Yeah, give it a go. Well, I'll allow that one.
Okay.
And it generated 5
Thank you.
stunts.
Marvellous.
And you
So-
would get to re-roll the stunt dice in the hopes of getting a 6.
That's right. I've been reminding other people of that and forgotten it myself. So
Still only
keeping the 5. Yep.
Still only 5.
Right, so I can bank 1 for every 2 that I spend, therefore I can bank 2.
2.
Is that correct?
That's correct, yeah.
Right, I'm going to bank those for Mog.
Okay, so you bank those for Mog, and it is now Mog's go. Hello, Mog. What would you like to do with your minor action?
Oh, bugger.
Reload.
It's already loaded.
That was from the stunts last time, wasn't it?
It's not, because you fired it last time with the stunt.
Yeah, that's a good point. In that case, yes, I will reload.
Okay, you reload the pistol. You find it a bit more difficult than normal because your hands are shaking. There's powder spilling out because you're still like shocked from that jolt. But eventually, you manage to get the thing primed and cocked, ready to fire.
We've probably got quite warm hands now as well.
Yes. Well, the blood rune seemed very successful last round, didn't it?
Oh no.
So it's the heart to go, and it's going to cast. Let me just think now. What might it cast? Let's think now. That would be it. A blood wound. This time, Kellen will be in range as well. That's a hit. That's a successful cast, I should say. So the heart blasts off another blood wound. Everybody's blood starts boiling, including Kellen's this time because he's got a bit closer. So everybody, give me a Constitution stamina test, please. Target number 17. If you fail, you will only get a minor action next round. Mog's past that with flying colours, mine, doesn't she? So Mog's getting a
You
full
won't like
action.
me when I'm angry.
Mog's getting a full action next round, but the rest of you are not. Everybody, even the ones that passed the cast, will passed the save, will take the following damage. So it's 1d6 plus 4. So everybody takes 8 points of penetrating damage. So only Kellen's armor is going to have any effect there. That's because of its magical side effect.
Oh, I also have a skill.
Oh, do you? Right, okay.
Do you want me to
Oh,
say
actually,
what that is?
no, it might have been the skill that was causing it. Whatever it is, it's the reason you normally have penetrating damage still reduced.
Yeah. I get a reduction on.
That's right, yeah. Okay, so you're all screaming now, all 4 of you, as your blood continues to boil. Gorta's looking to be in quite a bad way. Adrian's not looking too great. Mog and Kellen are faring better. And it is the next combat round. And we are at 5 o'clock. Do you want to continue for another half hour?
Yeah. God, yes.
Hang on. Wait a second. When's Doctor Who? Doctor Who's on at 20 past 6.
Ah, right. Would you rather call a halt now then? Or do you want to do one more round?
Probably best to call a halt now. Sorry.
Oh, no, that's fine. Okay, so we'll call a halt there in the middle of the action. We will rejoin next week with Kellen of Highgate starting us off. We need to make a note that all of the characters except Mog don't get a major action. So what I'm going to do is mark you all with a jolt, just so that we remember.
Oh, I just noticed I've still got 3 heart vials.
You've still got 3 what, sorry?
I've got 3 heart vials that are elixirs of healing herbs
3?
infused with magic. Yeah, I've got 3
Right,
according to
nice.
this.
Did we get one from one of the apprentices?
Yes, I think you
Was
might
that
have.
not the
Gorogate,
healing potions?
Gorogate.
But anyway, you can argue about that in your own
Sorry.
time.
Right.
but
The heart. Sorry.
I think 3 sounds about right. But you guys can sort that out in after hours as your homework, we'll call it. So thank you very much for joining me this evening. Sorry it wasn't as bright in the mind as normal, but I have been battling quite a headache during the course of the game, which is why
It's really enjoyable.
some things have been taking me a little longer to work through than normal. I apologise. Glad you've enjoyed it. Thank you to those of you at home for joining us for the what we think might be the climactic battle of the Tower of Saragosa. We'll be picking up at the start of the next combat round next round. In the meantime, don't forget to check out the Gethsemane Games Twitter feed, the Gethsemane Games Facebook as well, of course, and Bryan F. Irving, that's me, my Patreon. If you like our maps, you get a lot of free maps on our Patreon, as well as a few other bits and bobs on there as well for as little as £3 a month. But I think it only remains for me to say at the moment, thank you very much for joining us. Do stay safe, take care, and from us, good night.
Ta-ta!
Good night.
Bye for now.